3, 2. Just need to signal to the camera that we're. Oh my god. Okay.
Great work, guys.
Thank you, Adele.
We do try our best. Do you have this thing of like, I feel like I'm trying to make my voice sound cooler than it actually is because I can hear it now?
It's because this microphone makes you sound so sexy, isn't it?
It does.
It does.
So you're like, I want to talk all the time.
But it's probably like because from people being close.
Do you think?
Yeah.
Yeah, if you talk like that, it's just normal.
I think it's just
This
that's
is the
the sexy
sexy
part is being really
It's
close
like
to someone.
close
Yeah.
to
True.
yeah. Speaking of, while we record, try to keep your mouth right, your face right in the thing, and like don't move over here and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah, I can hear the difference.
So just like stay right there.
Smart.
Yeah, try to
I
be
was planning
sexy.
on rocking around.
Well, rocking around the Christmas tree.
Yep.
Okay,
That's that
gorgeous.
time of year.
It is that time of year. Welcome to the SMS podcast. I feel like they can't see my face because your mic is in your mic stand is in the way.
Yeah,
Okay, perfect.
I'll do it like this. Yeah.
Nice one.
Is that okay?
Yeah, that's perfect.
Okay, let's see if we can hear. Say something.
Hello.
That's amazing. Okay, welcome guys. Welcome to the SMS podcast. Before we start, super quick disclaimer from our end. Nothing said here is indicative of an opinion that's held by the school in any regard. Is inculcate the right word? They're completely, anything we say here, not representative of the Students' Union or the institution of the University of Sussex in any capacity. It's just me and Anna if we say something silly. Also, we're all just adults trying to navigate like a complex and cruel world. So I think if there's something that, am I getting too deep with it? Well.
That's fine. Go.
If there's
Get deep. Get deep.
just deep enough. Okay, perfect. Don't attribute to malice what can be attributed to clumsiness. So yeah, if we say something that comes off hurtful or problematic, just
Yeah.
assume we're idiots and not that we're bad people.
We're not trying to hurt anybody. On the
No.
contrary,
No, we're not.
trying to,
We're not.
Yeah, and
We're-
also, we're not associated with the school. But if the school wants to hire us, if
We'd
they
be
want to
very
make
excited.
a proposal,
Yeah.
we'll
Speaking
look
of-
at numbers and then we'll talk.
Speaking of numbers and hiring and proposals, we have Adele Meyer, the entrepreneurship team lead, or she works for the entrepreneur. That's
She's
how we
the
met.
boss.
I
If-
am not the boss.
Give us a little
I'm
intro.
only the
Tell
boss
us.
of my own company. Which
Yeah,
is
yeah.
fun.
We need to
Yeah.
talk about that.
I'm a part-time CEO, part-time senior entrepreneurship officer with the entrepreneurship team. Which,
Very
by the
nice.
way, side note, I also. What was your disclaimer? My opinions are not affiliated with the Careers and Entrepreneurship team of the University of Sussex either.
Yeah,
Unless they're really good.
Unless they're amazing, then
Unless they're
take the credit.
amazing.
But
In
if
which
they're
case.
not, then it's just me.
and giving me the accolades after, isn't it? Adele, we want to know everything you do
Wow.
at Sussex, and then
That's
we'll
a-
go.
Big open question.
Yeah.
I don't know how to structure it. Basically, how was your day? Let's start there. What did you do today? How was it?
Today was a good day. I was building some content, some self-paced learning content, which is kind of new for me. I do a lot of like workshops and trainings, so like in person or online like sessions, but I don't do a lot of like written content.
What
So
is
this
self-paced
Okay.
learning? What is that?
Self-paced learning is like I send you some online modules and you kind of do it at your own pace.
Is that for students?
Yeah, it's for our freelance program. So
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah,
The
this-
incubator, no.
no, this is like specifically for people who want to be freelancers. So like most of the I think it's a third of the creative industries are freelance, for example. So people who sell their services like as a sole trader, basically.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So you kind of like, you have like a formative course for the students.
Just how to get started. Yeah.
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 It's
That
like
was
the
one of the-
freelance 101, isn't it?
It was one of the
It's that,
four.
it's
and
that.
This is so like the entrepreneurship meetings, like the workshops that you give, they're different from the freelancing
It's all
project.
so I take care of all the external, the extracurricular entrepreneurship training. So I do the sort of like personal development as a founder, which we call Ideas Lab.
Yeah.
I do the freelancing.
That's where we
content.
met, Ideas Lab.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
And that's kind of like super duper early founder foundations. And then in the spring, we do this big funding competition to help you actually launch. And that's like a proper, like what we would call in entrepreneurship sector, a pre-incubator, where you put your idea through this process of like turning it into something that's actually valuable.
Yeah.
I have two questions. First one is about like the Kickstart thing, because I got an email about that. The other one is more important. How did you get into this? Why are you doing what you do? How did that happen?
It's so interesting. It was such a winding road. Like, it was not my intention, which I think is pretty common, actually. Like, a lot of adults are just like, I don't know how this came about. But sometimes I think what you think you're going to do and what you actually do and how or whether that makes you happy are sort of, there's a gap there. I don't know how to explain it. Like, you kind of fall into stuff and then you're like, oh, I'm actually good at this. But you wouldn't have, like, chosen it necessarily, or like.
So is that what happened? You kind of fell into it a little bit?
I fell into it, like, so basically I just had a million jobs, like my whole life. Like, you're American, you get it.
Yeah.
Since I was like 14, I was hustling. I had a car, I had to put gas in it. I smoked cigarettes, I had to buy them.
Yep.
I wanted to go out and go to New York and go shopping, and we were working from day one, right?
It's got to be done.
Yeah. So I worked so many jobs. My first job was as a milkshake maker.
Ooh.
At a pharmacy. I was a soda jerk.
Hell yeah. Did it bring all the boys to the yard?
It brought all of the boys. There was a whole elementary school next door, and all the boys used to come from the elementary school to get milkshakes. Oh, yeah. It didn't bring boys to the yard. It was really good milkshakes, though.
Okay, guys, did you get the tea, though?
No, we didn't have the,
But it's okay. It was too far.
Okay.
Did I give you your
Are
card
you sure?
back?
No, yeah, I was just wondering why she doesn't
I gave
have
you
the
your
tea.
card back, right?
Yeah.
Oh, okay,
I'm
that's
worried
just
about
like,
the tea.
I want tea, but I won't travel for
Don't
it.
worry about the tea. Let's figure out. So from the milkshakes to what was next?
So I was
on the milkshake?
milkshakes. Then I was a waitress for years. I worked in every country: Syrian restaurant, Italian restaurant, Thai restaurant,
Sri
I did
Lankan
homemade
restaurant?
pasta, brunch. No, not quite every country. Are you Sri Lankan?
You're
I'm
from American,
ethnically-
bro.
No,
What are you talking
no.
about?
Everyone in America is from somewhere else.
So I'm from somewhere.
Where are you really from?
Where you really from, bro? Where you really?
Cut out.
No, it's fine. Sri Lankan, yeah.
That's cool. My
ethnically.
hypnotist is Sri Lankan.
You have a hypnotist?
I do.
Is that like
wow.
a therapist? But like for
He just
Hypnotherapy.
hypnotized me
Okay.
about smoking.
Oh,
I quit smoking. His name's Harold, and he's from Sri Lanka.
It worked?
Oh, yeah.
Hypnagogic therapy, where they put you into like a sleepy kind of state, and
It's kind of like a very deep meditative state, like from which you are not really like distracted. Like, you know, when you're usually meditating, sometimes you have to like bring yourself back to the breath.
yeah.
It's like if you had been doing that for like hours and then you were actually in a really deep meditative state, like, but from the moment that he gets you there.
That sounds very effective.
It was so cool.
how long do you have to do that for? Like you stop smoking already. Do you have to keep doing it? How does?
No, I've been totally smoke-free for a long time now. And like I smoked for like 25 years.
You seem, don't take it the wrong way, but you seem like the kind of person that would be like a heavy smoker.
Well, I was French. I'm half
You're
French.
French?
Yeah.
Oh
so
my God.
Since I was like a little girl, I just like watched these really like fabulous, mysterious
It
women
looked
just chain
cool.
smoking, and I was
It
like,
does
that's
look
gonna
cool,
be
yeah.
me.
Can you tell a person that's gonna be a heavy smoker? That's like
That's an interesting question. I think so. I know that you're doing the entrepreneurship stuff. I know it takes a
okay, that
specific
makes
kind
sense.
of, and
it takes
she's
a
a
smoker
business
to
owner.
be an entrepreneur.
It's not
you know
that.
what?
Tell us about-
you know what? I will tell you what it is, because this was one of the hypnosis sessions was around identity, and so I actually looked into like smoking identity, and actually I'll tell you what it is. In the suffragette period, like the new woman of the 1920s, when women first got the right to vote and they first were sort of, you know, becoming there was a different style of woman that became fashionable. You know, the whole Isadora Duncan thing.
I
She was
know
a dancer. She
the-
got choked
okay.
by her own. She drove like the first car. She was one of the
Oh,
first
she
women
died
drivers,
because it
and she
got stuck in the
choked by her
scarf.
own
Yeah.
I
I
Because
know
they
about
had
that.
these long, beautiful scarves the
Wow.
flapper girls. But anyway, like that whole period of time,
Yeah.
the smoking industry was like, oh, we're going to make the new woman in our marketing and open up our market to a whole new market, which is women, because before that it was considered not demure to
Not
smoke.
demure.
So it was like not feminine to smoke. So then they made the new woman a smoker, and then that's how they, you know, obviously blew up that whole side of the market that they previously it was like untapped. And so when you think about smoking, even still now today, girls that want to be career women, that want to be alternative, that want to be underground, girls that want to be an independent, cool, fabulous, mysterious woman, think of it
signals
with a
that,
cigarette
doesn't it?
in their hand. That's how powerful that marketing was.
Yeah.
And women are like, it could be complete bullshit, but I think it's like 80% of the purchasing, maybe not 80%, but it's like a massive
Maybe
chunk
they're
of
just
like the
buying
purchasing
for their
part of the economy.
boyfriends.
No, it's like
Oh, I
everything.
thought you were
like,
gonna say like cigarettes.
So my I don't know. Like I know a lot of women who like spend a ton on products that to
Well,
me
we have to.
to me it just
We
seems
have to
like
be beautiful.
you feel the pressure. You have the pressure to be beautiful, innit?
What do you spend on? Like, what do you?
Like,
What do you like? What's your?
makeup,
Okay, that's your biggest
skincare.
The makeup
spend.
stuff, yeah.
Every time I get my hair done, it's like 180 pounds.
You
the
joking?
nails, the hair, all of it.
Is it the
every-
color?
I can't even afford the nails, bro.
ridiculous,
Like that's a
yeah.
special treat.
Do
for
you
me.
have any good recommendations of hairdressers in Brighton?
You don't
'Cause-
do your hair. What are you talking
But
about? You
I
would
need to
never
tell
do hair.
other people. I know somebody that wants to bleach their hair.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So I used to live underneath a hair salon in Hackney, and so I still go there on Wilton Way.
Oh, okay.
But I live in Kemptown, and there's two extremely cute, like very queer. Oh, you know what? Actually, I can recommend someone. My friend Buck, who owns Lightning Like Scissors. It's a queer affirming hair salon in like Preston Park area. I met Buck at the Jubilee Library's Business and IP Center in their free entrepreneurship programming, which is really cool.
You were running a
Lightning?
session.
And they were
Like
no,
scissors.
I was there for my
Got it.
business. I
Nice,
was there
nice,
trying
nice,
to
nice,
learn
nice.
about. I think it was like marketing or something.
Cool.
So
That's a
marketing.
cool name, Buck. That's like a
Buck.
cool fucking
Buck
name.
Lightning, yeah.
Buck Lightning.
Adele, I was in one of your workshops. Obviously, that's how I met you. I think the first time. I don't know if we had the meeting
We had a
before
meeting,
or
yeah.
after. It was around the same time. But like your presence is really like commanding. You're really good. No, like honestly, you're really good at. Yeah. The other.
Nothing we say is indicative of the school. Hey,
You know,
listen,
actually, the
can
last
you
person
come
that
into
was-
frame and not move around? Like, stay in there.
'Cause I'm
keep
trying
the
not to
mic
block
down
you, though.
and lean. You're doing a horrible job of trying not to
Speaking
block
of
me.
a commanding
Please.
presence, jeez.
No, this guy, he wants to tell me what to
I'm
do.
sorry, not
Honestly,
like that.
I'm
look,
just kidding.
I like telling people what
the
to do.
last person that was
Sue me.
here, I told them to be a dominatrix, didn't I? Because
Dominatrix?
they're really
Who?
dominatrix. Well,
Sadie.
Yeah.
Oh,
But
yeah.
anyway, you have a really commanding, like honestly, like I was impressed with your. I'm an actress, you know, so like you have a
Oh,
really
wow.
big stage
Mm.
presence type of
Wow.
thing. I know you're not on the stage,
Yeah,
but you know what I
am.
mean. You can tell people that like fill up a room or people that kind of
Have presence,
struggle,
yeah.
and because there was other people talking, like because you know there was other people talking at the same time, I could compare you with other people. You know what I mean? And it's like,
Mm.
how did you develop that, like, or something that you always had, or what do you think? Or you didn't know you had this commanding presence, like you're
First of
only
all, like,
finding out
thank
now.
you. I don't know if I think like girls get a lot of pushback for having a commanding presence, so it is sort of like probably against the odds, I would say.
Yeah,
I think like I would say we're all more comfortable and thus more confident with the things that we know that we're good at.
Mm.
So, you know, all of us, even the most insecure people, like everyone has insecurities, but all of us are aware of at least like one or two things that like we do, you know, really well. And one thing that I do really well is like explaining complex concepts in like simple and digestible ways. Like I just know that I have a knack for it. So probably that's a part of it is like I'm not spending my energy like anxious about whether or not my point's going to get across or whether or not my like learning design is going to be effective. So I can just channel all that energy into just
to the content.
presenting it and just
Yeah.
like doing it like well. You know what I mean? I think a lot of like when people's energy gets drained from the anxiety, like we spend so much time just like beating ourselves up.
True.
And you're just spending so much energy beating yourself up, and then that robs your energy of and like worrying, you know, and it robs your energy from the task at hand.
So do you always had like a good like self-esteem like that, or you think like you build it up with time, or like what do you think? Because it's hard to find people with healthy self-esteem nowadays. I feel like people are very like insecure about everything.
Mm.
Yeah, and like I don't think that I have like particularly good self-esteem. I think we all have that duality. You
Yeah.
know, there's like certain spaces where you feel comfortable and certain spaces where you don't.
That's true.
You know what I mean?
100%. Yeah.
If I was in a beauty pageant, I wouldn't be having a commanding presence. But if I know that I am a good teacher, I've also been doing it for a really long time. So I've gotten that. And I'm really careful about feedback. Like you'll have noticed when you guys came to my
Session, the Ideas
Yeah.
Lab.
at the end, I force everyone to
You did.
stay in there.
I know,
respect
yeah,
that.
yeah.
Feedback.
Yeah.
I know because
That's
I
good.
want to hear. I need to, like you guys are the students or the users are my directive.
How do you tailor your
Entity?
approach after you've got feedback? What do you do? How do you just do whatever people say? How do you sift through? How do you parse what is good and bad feedback, useful and not useful?
I think that that's like a variable question, and actually, we all need to have a sort of. We all need to have a flexible approach to that, I think, because you're getting feedback all the time in your life, right? Somebody might just be like a hater.
Even with the
Or-
look, right? People give you a look. That's
Yeah.
a feedback, right?
You're getting
Yeah.
feedback all the time, right? So it's like, how do you? I don't know how do
It's
you.
like signal,
How
how
do
do
you
you-
decide?
For me, I think variable, but I think it's like the thing you said about don't waste mental resources or energy doing the internal stuff of fighting anxiety or whatever. Like focus on the task. Kind of. I'm like paraphrasing not very well. But doing that, you know what the task is. You know kind of what it is that you're doing. If you have a good enough idea, I think it's like know yourself, know what it is you're doing. When you have a full picture, you know what is useful, what is pursuant to it, what is not, right? If you know the picture, if you see the picture.
The vision.
If you see the vision, yeah.
That matters. I think in entrepreneurship, it matters a lot because a lot of like the more disruptive entrepreneurs or the more new and unique ideas, they'll get loads of feedback from people who seem to matter, like venture capitalists, people who seem to be experts in the field, whatever, telling them this is impossible. And so at some level, there is like a gut feeling, I think. And you do have to be like a little bit delulu and be like, no, my vision is like real. But I think also like one thing you'll notice in your life is like, first of all, like people who also do what you do, that's somebody whose feedback I care about. So that matters. Like a lot of the times your haters like have never done
Completely
what you're trying to do.
different. Yeah, true.
They've never accomplished what you're trying to accomplish. Like I saw a meme today that was like, I don't get hated on by baddies. And I was like, it's true. Like she's like, I've never been hated on by a baddie. Like I just,
Yeah,
it's like sometimes, but
it's true.
if somebody is doing a lot, oftentimes their feedback is packaged in a constructive way because they know what you're doing. They know how hard it is.
Yeah, and you can't, if you're a high output, like high agency person, you're not gonna be a hater because that's like, it's just, the two are not, it's not compatible.
You might
like the
sound
two.
like one, but I guess I agree with you. You're not gonna be. You don't have time for it.
You might sound like a hater. Yeah, but
You might
that's,
sound like one, but it's not the real thing, right?
it's the thing I said about don't put down, like, to malice what can be attributed to clumsiness because it's
Right.
like, yeah.
Yeah, 100%. No, the thing that you're saying is making me think is like people that are actually like good at something. It's you'll be lucky if they give you a feedback, right? Because normally they won't even have
People
They
pay
will-
through the nose for
exactly
consultancy
like
from people.
if they give you some
yeah.
feedback, like that's a very good thing that
Oh, yeah.
happened, right? Because you get like access to information that you
Otherwise wouldn't
Yeah.
have had.
exactly.
Yeah, so I work crisis response at festivals, and it's a really high feedback culture because if you make a mistake, there's going to be someone on the team who's going to tell you, like, you made this mistake. And,
What is crisis response? And
so like
what is it?
harm reduction or like medical, like the medical team at the festival, but there's
Okay.
often like a mental health team
That's
or
really
like a harm
cool.
reduction team.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been doing that for more than a decade now. It's like my weird, very strange hobby.
You do loads of things. I don't know how
I
you have
do.
the time.
That's
It's
cool.
the ADD.
So you
the
get
undiagnosed.
feedback from
The
that.
best feedback ever. Oh my gosh, this guy this guy was having a psychotic break. It happens a lot. And his friends had brought him in, and he spent loads of time in the medical tent. And we were sitting with him, and his friends, like, you know, they were like, "What can we do?" And we were trying to get him off site. We had to get him somewhere more safe than the festival, you know.
Yeah.
And so his friends were like, "Yeah." I made this whole strategy with the friends. I was like, "Cool. So you're gonna like pack up his stuff, and then like we'll bring him over to your campsite, and you'll, you know, take him to a nearby mental hospital or take him to his parents' house in Orange County or whatever." And they were like, yeah. And then like the next day they just like showed up and dropped off all his stuff and just like left.
Skedaddled. Good Lord.
And then, so I was like, oh, dang. So my boss, Panda, the operations director, she passes
Panda?
me. Yeah, we used to call her Panda.
Okay.
She passes me on a golf cart and she's got these keys and she goes, guess whose keys these are? And I'm like, whose? And she told me it's his. His friends just dropped off his car keys and his stuff and just left. So this really, really experienced festival medical professional was coming out of a porta potty and I was walking by and she goes, hey, you. I'm like, yeah. She goes, little piece of feedback. I'm like, go on.
Wow.
She goes, never trust friends. She was like, you have good friends. So you probably thought that those friends were going to pull through. But she was like, you can't trust random people who are at a festival together. They're probably not really friends. Yeah. So never make a plan around friends. And I was like, fair. Like, and I just really appreciate that kind of feedback. I'm like, please teach me the really inner wisdom of complex things.
Before this person said that to you, did you like what went on your mind? Like when you saw the friends were not going to do what you asked them to, did you have that realization by yourself? Or
no.
were you like, okay.
I was just like, oh, I messed up.
Oh, okay. You didn't.
I was like, I messed up.
You thought your plan was bad, not like the fact that they didn't do what they were supposed to.
I just didn't know. I didn't know this like quite like experiential knowledge that this
like
person who had been working in this field for 20 years knew.
Yeah, I guess they did what you say you're really good at doing, like explaining like complex things like in a really like simple way and direct, assertive type thing. Yeah.
And having the and just being fussed to just say something.
Yeah, that's really we're not really allowed
Yeah.
to say stuff to people anymore. Like,
No, we are. I think people assume we're not, but we are.
No,
That's
no.
fine.
But
Like,
when I say like we're not really allowed, it's just like a perception feeling. You know, I'm not saying like we're not allowed. Like
it's
literal.
like you feel like you.
Yeah, I
shouldn't.
feel
It's
like
less common.
Like even compliments is hard to give. You can't give like critics. No.
You were talking about
Compliments is-
culturally in England, that sense of like, oh, so you're Brazilian, right? So
Yeah.
the cultural difference there. You want to talk about that a little bit? Like
Yeah.
the thing you were telling me.
about the compliment thing.
Not just specifically compliments, but just like how people assume you're coming at it from like an angle where it's like you.
It just makes them uncomfortable.
I don't know how.
puts people on a
I
back
give
foot.
people so many compliments. It's
Yeah.
hilarious.
I feel like it's a good thing to do. I think.
And
it's
they're like shifting in their seats.
I think.
who
I
me?
think
What? What do you mean?
I think I get in trouble because you know what I mean? Maybe if you do that with somebody that's like below you.
Below
you know what I
you.
mean? I think because I'm a nobody, when I give compliment, people
What are
think,
you talking? What do you?
No,
Okay,
no,
first of all,
hey,
what do you
I'll
mean by
get-
below me? What do you mean by?
You're a top dog in the hat game. In the hot game too. But
In the hot hat game.
Yeah.
In the hot hat game,
That's
you're
something, yeah.
tip top.
That's something I'm good at. It's just
You mean like social
I
hierarchy?
don't know. I
or,
feel so. I'm gonna because you know for me, in Brazil you're okay to you can touch people, you can give compliments to people. You don't want to fuck them because you're doing that. Sorry, my friend. Like pardon my French. You know because
Pardon my French.
there's
Oh,
no
sorry.
other way of saying it. But like it's okay to be warm. And like for me here is really like hard because I'm not allowed to be warm with anybody because if like guys think I want to fuck them and sometimes like I want to but not
think that's just a
100%
male
of the
perception
time.
thing, or
No,
it's
I'm
a
gonna go
UK
to
thing?
girls
Okay,
now
cool,
and
cool,
girls
cool,
think
cool,
I'm
cool.
weird because like why is this bitch complimenting me? You know what I mean? But I just
don't
want to
know.
be their
Is that
friends.
really
you know?
happening?
It happens to me a lot, but maybe it's the
I think there's
the
a layer
context
to
I'm
it.
like inserted to. So like I work in a other than being a student, which I haven't been for a long time. I only started last year. But like I work
Get back
in
in
a
frame. Get back in frame.
I work in a psychiatric hospital, you know.
Okay.
So, you know, I'm not saying my patients are really cool. I'm saying like more the people that work with me. Now, am I gonna get fired? It's like, yeah.
mean,
So
if
like,
they
you know,
see it,
I don't know. I
maybe.
just think it's hard because like I can't really relate to people as much. You know, I feel like there's a loneliness, you know, because you can't.
I think
can't-
you're overthinking it,
I think
dog.
you can't be yourself as much.
Yeah.
I don't know how much it has to do with a specific thing like giving compliments or touching people or whatever it is. I think it's more there's a lot of restraint around like how to be palatable in
Yeah.
British culture.
Yeah, exactly.
Massively. That's true. Yeah.
And Dara
And
really
more
tries
so
to
in
make
general,
me. Yeah.
in general in our whole world, I would say right now.
Yeah.
You should lead with energy, though. You should like break down those walls and not worry about it. It's like
No,
if
I
you,
do, but then I get
You
really bad
do.
feedback.
Sorry.
Do you know what I mean? Like I think this one.
But like, what are you doing? Let's break this down. What was the last bad feedback that you got? If you want to share, maybe you don't.
I bet you've got zero feedback. It's all in you're just like assuming.
No,
that
no,
the
the
other
guys like, so for instance, I'm friendly with the guy at work, and they start calling me like, even if well, I can't.
Maybe
really
he's just
say
being
that,
warm.
bro.
Maybe
That's a
he's just being
guy.
warm.
No, they start calling me like to go to
But
the
Oh, like
club.
booty calls
that's
and
a
that.
normal. That's like I feel like guys just think that they're the center of the known
But then
universe.
girls, they're like,
I certainly do. Yeah, 100% I do.
yeah.
You need to have
hard.
it's Delulu confidence. You gotta have it. Like
Do you?
well,
No, yeah,
li-
you do
it
as a
has to be
human,
done.
as a human.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
no, just
So
like
what,
the
men
whole
are not
like
allowed to be a
everybody
human?
wants to be romantically involved with me if they're nice. to
I
me.
do also have that a little bit.
Paradigm.
Yeah. No, well,
yeah,
not
but because
massively,
he's
but it's like- no, but you have
you're
to
a
choose.
narcissist. Bro.
I am, but maybe. I think you have to.
Anyway, I think that.
Yes. Sorry, finish. The narcissist will allow
I
you to
think
finish.
that I think that yeah, I just feel a little bit lonely, and I think I forgot what I think, but it's fine, you know. It's just I like to talk about it because it's a nice thing. I don't want to like people. Oh my God, you're lonely.
I think loneliness
you.
is like the human condition, though.
Oh, I remember. It's kind of like I just feel that the interactions, but I think it's not just an English thing. It's just kind of like the time we're living, like social media and everything. The interactions are very, very not, and I'm also neurodivergent like you are. So the interactions are very shallow.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like, oh my God, I'm so deep. You know what I mean? But like they're really
No,
shallow,
yeah.
and sometimes I get like my energy is just sucked in, and I don't get anything from it because you see that people are not really present. And not like, I want to engage with this person as a human being. It's like, what do you do? What do you have? What do you know what I mean? It's all about the performance of what you are on the outside and not who you really are and what you like. And
Do you think,
know what I mean?
Follow-up question, I'm just like doing the heuristic thing of just like, you know, kind of
Yeah, go on,
get to the
Plato.
truth. Not get, yeah, plateau, that's me. Do you think you're entitled to that from people? Do you think you're entitled to people's authentic self? Is that not a deeply intimate personal self thing?
I think that's a key. In Brazil, no. In Brazil,
No,
you're
yeah, culturally
entitled.
it's
You're not
different, yeah.
entitled, but it's normal to have that. And it's
Yeah.
okay because people are not so scared. I think people here are really scared about what you're going to do with what you know about them. And in Brazil, people are not.
It's just also emotional repression.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, the culture is very emotionally repressed, so
exactly.
sharing emotions feels vulnerable, which feels icky.
Yeah, you can
Whereas,
share
like,
emotions
in
all the time.
Latin cultures, in general,
Yeah.
like in francophone cultures as well, people are just more
Yeah.
open with their emotions and
Is that a
comfortable
thing?
with
Like
them.
French?
100%.
You can sound emotional. You
That's
can
why the
be.
Brits and the French hate each other.
Is that
Yeah.
why? That's a key difference.
Some of
That's
That
like-
makes
yeah,
that
no,
makes.
I
I
see it.
didn't know that. Yeah. That
But I
makes
also
sense.
think like I don't know if you've read any of this like stuff about the vagus nerve.
Yeah. My
Yeah.
vagus nerve is fucked. Definitely.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
all of our vagus nerves are, you know,
Is it
sort of
pronounced Vagus or
trifling in
Vegas or
this.
what? What is this?
I want
thing
the
that just,
American
like, decompress?
pronunciation.
it's
What do
one
you
of
do?
those things that like you read about.
It's
a
the one that
I'm
makes you
tired.
and
gamble.
You don't know
the
how
Vegas
to
nerve.
pronounce it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it actually is the one that makes you gamble if you're just trying
Is
to
it
like,
actually?
cover up
I don't
the
know
nervous
about it.
system
What is-
overstimulation and cope.
Do you?
How does it? What
It's
is it?
so
Tell
it's
me.
apparently like potentially a new organ, but it's like it's
You
a
have it. Don't worry,
informational
you have it.
superhighway
Okay.
that connects your psychological experience, your immune system, your endocrine or hormonal system, and your nerves. So
Okay.
so like I think one thing that I always think about when I'm having a conversation I don't really want to have is it actually like damages your vagus nerve
Wow.
to be in a conversation that you don't want to have and like kind of slog through that conversation. So like if I think someone like you, like I've met you in a different context. You were talking about a business you wanted to build. You're studying in school. You work at like you're really interested in people. You're working in a psychological facility, and then you're also doing this podcast. So obviously you're somebody like me who has a lot of different interests. You're a very passionate person, probably slightly intense person if you're really into like a bunch of different things. So I think probably what's happening is when you're having like there's so many things you want to do. When you're doing something you don't want to do, you're like wasting your time, which is grinding your gears, which is literally damaging your vagus nerve. So you're probably having a nervous system reaction that's like, get me the out of here.
Yeah.
I have better shit to be doing
Yeah.
of all the different things that you'll never have enough time in a day or in your
Do
life
you have
to
that too?
accomplish.
Does that happen to
Absolutely.
you? And how do you like? Are you treating your vagus nerve? Or it's just something that you read about? Is like like a theoretical thing for you? Or are you actually
No.
like working on it? At the
Yeah, like I
moment?
meditate when I wake up and stuff like
Yeah.
that. Try to
She's
like,
done hypnotic.
yeah, this
like,
is what
stuff.
I'm asking.
Yeah,
I'm talking
probably,
because
yeah.
I
you
do
know
parts therapy. I don't know if you
What is that?
Internal family systems.
Okay, because I actually did I love massages, right?
Massage is great.
And I did. There's a lady in Brighton. Her name is Lucy. I'm gonna make some ad for her
Writing
after.
this down.
I'll send it to you.
Thanks.
She's she's oh my god, that
This
woman
podcast is
will
sponsored by
save your life,
Lucy,
right?
the masseuse.
I wish I had money to go there like twice a week. She's like, she knows everything about everything, and we were talking about like places that hurt in my body, and then she was talking about how what position I sleep on, right? Because in theory you're not supposed to really sleep on your with
Shoulder?
your belly down. Yeah,
You are supposed to.
you're not supposed to, because it's really bad for your like spine and stuff,
I thought-
and everything
okay.
else, your knees, everything, right? And I'm kind of old myself, so like, you know what I mean? I need to like, I have pain everywhere. Anyway, so she was
How
saying,
old are you?
I'm old, bro. I'm not gonna tell
Mature
you.
student society.
I'm very mature.
Students, we're all mature.
So like, she said to me, "Yo, maybe you're sleeping." I said, "I can't sleep if not on my belly." And she's like, "It's maybe because you're trying to massage your vagus nerve, because it's like right, it passes like here or something, right?" I see some people massaging here, so like I know, but it goes down like in your belly.
It goes
so
straight through.
maybe it's like tense and you're feeling that. So you kind of like, the only way you can sleep is if you're squeezing it.
Interesting.
Yeah,
body workers are so amazing.
Honestly, like this
It's
woman's
another
crazy.
level.
I'm gonna send her.
How do we get to the Vegas?
We
nerd?
wanna know-
Wait, so we were talking about all the different jobs that I had that led me into being a really
Yeah,
good
yeah,
entrepreneurship
yeah.
coach, and this
Yeah.
is another one of my jobs. So when I lived in San Francisco for a while, I worked for a body workers
Where in San Francisco are you?
collective. I lived in a lot of places because it's really hard to find a good apartment in San Francisco.
Yeah,
I
especially
lived
now,
in the
right?
Richmond. I lived in the Mission. I lived in the Tenderloin. I lived in the Tender Knob as well.
The tender knob.
Yeah.
It's
I
like
li-
falling apart now, isn't it? It's like really
It
bad.
is
Totally.
having a bit of a dark night
Having
of
a
the
crisis.
soul.
Yeah.
Where
Yeah.
are these places, guys?
This is like downtown San Francisco.
Oh, okay.
But I loved working in the Body Workers Collective because I used to be their guinea pig.
Yeah, in
would test
acting
out
we
all
do
their
some
cool stuff.
massaging too. It's like crazy. Yeah, it's amazing.
That was really fun.
But
Yes. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I just sent it to you. Her details.
Thank
So,
you.
Yeah,
I'm
definitely
gonna go. But yeah, I had like so many. Just to circle all the way back from an hour ago.
Let's go.
I had
Bring it
so
back
many
here.
different jobs, right? And then I came to the UK and I studied refugee care at the Tavistock Clinic from the NHS Refugee Services team because I wanted to do that crisis response stuff, but in the wider world. I was like, cool, we're building out all this community-led crisis response infrastructure in the United States festival community, which is incredible. Like they are now training cops and social workers in Oregon and California around this community-led modeling that like our teams have been working out for years and years and years, which is amazing. So I was like, okay, I want to do that in the wider world. Came to get my refugee care master's and then ended up working at like the Refugee Council and the Red Cross. But then I was looking for a job when I graduated and I found a job at this place called the Entrepreneurial Refugee Network, which was like an entrepreneurship training for people who have refugee status who are coming in and trying to integrate in the UK because refugees, like, they lose their qualifications from other countries and then they're just way more likely to start a business than the average population because they, you know, want to obtain that quality of life that they maybe used to have when they were like a lot of refugees were like journalists or lawyers or
Doctors.
artists, you know, because that's why they got kicked out of the country because they were, you know, in a prominent position where their influence was going against whatever the government wanted, like the intelligentsia, right? Isn't that what they call it? Like first thing to go.
Interesting. So
I remember that interview though. They were like, "Do you have?" They like were holding up like a slide of like all the different sectors, and they were like, "Do you have any experience working in food and beverage?" And I was like, "Yes." And they were like, "Wellness," and I was like, "Yes." And they were like, "Retail," and I was like, "Yes." And they were like, "Services," and I was like, "Yes." And they were like, "Okay, so."
Okay.
Yeah,
It's
I
you,
worked
I
in a
guess.
lot of businesses, basically, like just working.
And why did you leave America and come here?
I met a man who was like a catalyst to me moving here. I'm not going to give him the credit because that did not end well. But I did meet him at an eclipse festival, working medical. Actually, it was like a full solar eclipse. So I do believe it was like some eclipse energy.
Interesting.
That catalyzed me to like look into the UK. I'd never even been to the UK, so I was.
You're very spiritual.
I'm spiritual. I'm not very spiritual. I'm like I like a little bit of woo.
Do you think
like
it's
a starseed
important?
or
Do you think it's
anything.
important to be connected to woo in order to kind of like move through the world, especially with like something like running a business, do you think it serves you to kind of have that sense of like, maybe it's the delusional confidence thing. I think that's a massive thing that helps. But just any sense of kind of like, because reality can be a really like ugly, horrible, suffocating thing, right? Does it help, do you think, in general, to be a little bit woo-woo, like out there?
It helps me. Like, I have some random things. Like, I see 11:11 a lot, and like a lot of the times it makes me feel like I'm on the right path to see that. Like, I'll be stressing about something and I'll look at the clock and then it'll say 11:11. I'll be like, you know what? I'm right on time. There's just little things like that that I feel like push me forward. I do kind of like, sometimes when people tell me they're like an atheist, like, no judgment, but it does feel like that's cool, and like I appreciate the intellectual thought put into like deciding one way or the other. But like, I do feel a little sad just because I feel like my life has been so full of magic. I don't believe that I can quantify everything that has happened.
That's beautiful. I'm right there with you.
You know what I mean?
100%. I agree. Yeah, I think it's like just it's like you have a phone and you're not connected to Wi-Fi if you choose to be a atheist. It's like, yeah, you got a phone.
Oh my God, what a
But like,
comparison.
that's
that was horrible.
I'm sorry.
Because actually not being connected to Wi-Fi might be a really good thing. Can I just ask a small question? You guys can go back to
Please.
you're being
We're
lovely right
being
now. I love it.
Oh.
I'm just,
Deep.
Deep.
in the UK, you have like a structure, even though the services are not working very well, in my opinion. You have a structure for like psychiatric events. Where do you send the people in America? Because you don't have free healthcare, right? So how does well,
Where do you
No,
send the
it's
people?
true.
No,
because
healthcare is
where
healthcare
you
in
send
America.
the people, I
It's
heard like there's so many. Even here, that there is a structure. Sometimes
Yeah.
people don't know. Like people will stay like in the A&E waiting for bed for like the longest time. There was, you know what I mean. There's loads of things that happen. So like, yeah, I wanted to know like where do you send the people?
So in America, there is such a thing as like a psychiatric hold if something bad enough has happened. If you're a danger to yourself or others, like if you try to commit suicide, it's called getting 5150'd.
But that's police, right?
Well, police are often first responders here in this country as well.
Maybe like paramedics or like EMTs, I guess, right?
Yeah, I mean, so it depends, right? Like a lot of the times when we're working crisis medicine, we're out in the wilderness. So we do try as hard as we can to help people on site.
Yeah.
Or get them picked up by family members.
Yeah.
That's the safest way.
Yeah, it's the best option, definitely.
But then if we need to helicopter or ambulance someone out, we will to the hospital, depending on what's going on. I've had mixed experiences here as well. I called the paramedics on someone who was having a psychotic break at a festival here, and they just like wouldn't take them.
I think this is what I'm trying to get into, because sometimes people are like pushing to each other the care. So like the police doesn't want to do certain things, and then the paramedics won't do certain things, and then the fire people won't, and then this person kind of like stays in the middle, kind of not knowing where to.
Literally in the middle of a field, trying to put their guitar into the guitar case backwards. So like with the skinny part, trying to fit the guitar part in the skinny part, and then the paramedics were like, "Oh no, sorry, they're far too responsive. Like we can't take them." Technically, and I was like, their motor skills and like spatial recognition is clearly completely shot. They're literally trying to put their guitar in the opposite way and can't see that it's the wrong way around.
And you know what is crazy?
The person is struggling very, very badly if they can't see. You know what I mean? Like that seems like.
How do you know when it's what is a psychotic, like, okay, this is like a deep question, but I think to play like devil's advocate, maybe here, so we have a social welfare system that's like maybe not the best, maybe not like, I mean, it's bloated and it's this and it's that and it's horrible, and
Let's not go into it. Let's not go into it.
I'm not gonna go into it. I'm just gonna.
I don't
ask,
allow
like,
him to talk about certain things.
I'll defer to you on the NHS stuff because you're in there. Like, you know how it works.
Which is cool, by the way.
Yeah, it's really cool.
What's your job?
I'm a healthcare assistant, so I literally like stay with patients, get them teas, sit with them.
Who's like your coolest patient? You can't talk about it, can you?
I love all my patients so much.
Doesn't play favorites.
No, definitely no. Definitely not. They don't let you. They like. That's what you said about the thing about instant feedback. Like my patients, they're slagging me off all the time, like in front of everyone. Like the manager can be walking around. They're like, "Hannah, what the fuck you doing, bro?" And like that's really like it puts you in a place of like complete. But that's not what I wanted to say. I just wanted to say like it sounds like we're talking bad about the police, but it's not that. They don't have mental health training. And I'm thinking like, who is the interest to like keep all these agencies separated and not having enough training and not having enough communication with each other and not having enough liaison, as they like to call in the NHS, you know what I mean? Because it is a project, right? Things are not the way they are because it's just like fate, you know? Yeah, destiny. Do you know what I mean?
I think like, no, and of course, like, I think our, like, mental health is a little bit of a Pandora's box.
Yeah.
So sort of like the more you provide a space for people to fall back on, the more people are going to fall back on it.
Yeah.
So it is a little bit of a black hole financially.
Yeah.
So
100%.
I do understand. And also, obviously, mental health is sort of an emerging priority, I would say, like socioeconomically. You know, when I was a kid, like people didn't have therapists. They still called things the shrink and this kind of thing. So like my parents never had any mental health care. Unless you were actually like really, really struggling, then you would access services or pay for services. But, you know, obviously things are changing and shifting now. I don't know if people have worse mental health now. Probably, you know, there's such a neurological cost to like the technology and the late stage capitalist nightmare that we live in. But like, you know, there was always trauma. There was always coping mechanisms. There was always masking. There was always, you know, conflict. There was always all kinds of stuff.
We're being
Depression and anxiety.
You think it's like a post-material thing to like be comfortable, like now you're like back in the day. I don't know. I feel like nowadays.
Back in the day, guys, like 25 back in the day.
We
like
also
back in what day?
In the interest of
When you
time,
were
like
12.
with the capitalism stuff, I want to. How old are you?
I'm not gonna say.
Okay.
I'm 37.
Nice.
Oh my
I'm
God,
27.
you're so young.
I'm young.
You're a
I'm
baby.
27, 37. That's okay. Interesting. So I wanted
You're about to go through your return of Saturn. Sorry.
He doesn't.
I don't like Saturn very much.
Saturn doesn't like you either.
Saturn
They called
hates
last
me.
night. They were
It's
like,
horrible.
Dharma sucks.
Which
Everyone's
planet do
always
you
talking
like?
Shit about me. Everyone's a hater.
Which planet do you
Saturn.
like then? If you don't like saying
Saturn
like,
is a
what do you
major
have
hater.
against?
I like Earth.
Saturn.
I like the sun.
You like Earth?
I love
Whatever.
Earth. I love this place so much.
I like Earth too.
It's such a beautiful, beautiful thing. It's like
Gorgeous.
okay. So I wanna really hone in on. We're doing beautiful conversation here, but I wanna lock in.
Yeah,
on
because
the
he
business
thinks I
stuff.
ramble, which
Okay,
I don't.
I'm locked in.
I don't think you ramble. I
Yeah,
think it
you
was
do.
no. I do think you ramble. I don't think you're
I want
rambling
you to
here.
talk about your business, Adele. Tell us everything. You know, do some advertising for yourself, get clients.
Cute.
You have 30
Thanks.
minutes.
No, not that, bro. Just let me land it.
Yeah,
me
let
land it.
her
Oh
do
my
her
God.
thing.
No, listen. Question. So we were talking about how you rolled into this. The specific job here at Sussex with the entrepreneurship stuff. What is that like? Who do you work with? I met Louise.
Yes.
And
Love Louise.
Yeah, you
She's
told.
great.
Yeah,
Can
yeah.
can you invite Louise? Can you guys come together maybe another
Yeah.
time?
That would be amazing.
We'll
Louise
sort
would
it
love
out.
that.
What is it like? What does
Yeah.
the day-to-day look like? You put together the ideas lab, you put together the incubator and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Very student-facing.
We do student one-to-ones as well, which is great. So like I had with you, Anna.
Yeah.
I don't think we've ever had one. No, wait, did you
No.
come in one time?
For a
No.
one-to-one? No, I
yeah.
don't think so.
No, not yet.
I mean, slot me in. Like I'll
You
do a
can slot
one-to-one.
yourself in using Career Hub.
Yeah. Okay, I'll slot myself into the career hub. Let's do it. Sounds good.
But no, yeah, it's that's
Why
a
you
really
giving
fun
her a
part.
job, bro.
I like to do that. So the students come and they ask about the most random things because they're all doing completely random businesses.
What kind of stuff?
Yeah.
What? Tell me about that. Like, what?
Oh well, like
Anecdotal-
the
no
other
names, but-
day we had the other day I had 3 of them, all co-founders come in, and they wanted to start like a queer, largely sapphic,
Wow.
people of color, femmes of color,
Yeah.
like nightlife / community, like members only club.
That's
A
really
club.
cool. I mean,
Okay.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, you should totally be a part
Yeah.
of their. Yeah. So they're starting this up, and it was really nice for me because obviously I've been a community builder for a long time, and I produce events and stuff. So I was like, I like just have so much, like time for you guys right
Yeah.
now.
yeah.
wow, that's amazing.
And there's so much stuff.
What is the
There's
what is
so
the
much
business
amazing
thing though?
talent
that
on
it's
this
like-
campus.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think it's really important like that everybody gets a chance to like shoot their shot at just doing it on their own because it's like they get to be free.
Adele, what do you get from that? Like, what do you get from your job? I want to ask more personal things about you, if that's
Sure.
okay. I want to know, like, how do you take care of your mental health? And what do you get from your job? Like, why you're doing it?
Yeah.
And talk about your business too. Like, what makes you, like, what's your mission? What makes you happy? What's moving you? You know, because you literally can do like anything. I want to know what's your real, thing that makes your heart pound and stuff like that.
Oh,
You know?
thanks. Thanks for wanting to know that. That's nice. I think like, so when I do coaching, I do a certain type of coaching called North Star coaching. So I can say like my North Star, obviously I've thought it through. My North Star is creative resistance. So everything that I do revolves around resisting hegemonic paradigms that are designed to suck all of the life out of our existence and to find creative, unique ways, life-affirming ways to resist that. So with the entrepreneurship, it's like, especially in this country, especially disadvantaged people, immigrants, people from low earning postcodes, working class people, they're looking at a life of earning 30,000 pounds a year for the rest of their life, sitting chained to a desk.
If they get there.
Yeah. Or, like there's a couple of ways out, but the social mobility is really restricted. So what's the best way to make sure that you're living a life, a meaningful life where you get to shine, your sparkle shines, is entrepreneurship. And then you cut out this middleman. Unfortunately, there's a lot of new middlemen now with the technology tools that everybody has to pay into and use, which is another conversation.
Wait, what do you mean by middleman here in this context? Who's the middleman?
The middleman is like your employer.
Right. Okay.
Like, when you work for, I always say like if you're not working for your own dream, you're working for someone else's.
Someone else's 100%.
If your dream is going to be accomplished by you gaining skills in a certain sector and you're out having a job, like no shade for anyone who has a job. I have a job. Jobs are great. But like, I think in this safe and supportive space that is the university where there's loads of resources available for you to try, because you're going to probably try and fail several times. If you really want to be an entrepreneur, it's going to take you probably a couple shots. So to start now is just so amazing, gives people a chance. And then I think like that's the same thing that I do with the events that I produce. Like I create a space for people to gather and connect with themselves and others. We do like immersive narrative events. So it's like working with sort of material that usually we experience in isolation.
What does that mean?
Like just difficult material. Like, let's say, like we had a festival a couple months ago called like Base Billionaires, and it was just playing with oligarchy and like the accumulation of wealth by a few. And it was like all a joke, but it's like so important because usually you're just sitting there scrolling, seeing all these terrible things that are happening in the world by yourself, and you don't want to bring them up. Like you said, people don't want to be weird. And especially like these days. So you don't want to bring up, it's just like, you don't want to like harsh anyone's mellow, right?
And then the vagus nerve gets all fucked up.
Yeah, you don't want anyone else's vagus nerve to be, smarting. So anyway, so we just deal with this stuff and war, like we deal with this on our own. So it's like, if you can create a space for people to like act out the emotions around these things together and laugh and dance and shake it off.
Yeah. But
That's
like
a
you have
beautiful
to really like do work on yourself, because if you're looking after that many people, then you know what I mean? Like it means that you get a lot of people's problems kind of like not impregnate, I don't want to say in a bad way, but you know what I mean? You end up absorbing stuff from other people. So you
energy.
and you have to like really look after yourself so you don't, you know what I mean? So you can keep
I eat really good food.
Hell
I meditate every morning when I wake up. I do yoga.
Yoga is
I'm not
so good.
really that good at self-care, I wouldn't say. I cope in many ways. Some of them are positive and some of them are not.
Okay.
I think we all,
Yeah.
are just sort of trying to make it work.
Yeah.
It's not a great like environment for like people's mental health right now in the world, I would say. You know what helps me the most is my friends. I have the coolest, best friends. I have the best friends. I
Do
just
you-
like try to
Oh yeah.
maintain my relationships.
Tell
with,
us about your friends.
Yeah.
Oh man, they're like the
Where are they from?
smartest,
Yeah.
coolest,
Best
most
people
fun.
ever. Are they actually? How did you? What's your core group of friends? Are they here? Or are they back home?
I
What's
have
the-
in different places. I've got friends in different area codes.
Do you
Oh,
do
damn.
you go around
okay,
like
all right.
meet, like do you go around
Non-foes.
visiting them? Do you travel a lot?
Yeah,
Like,
I go like to San Francisco and New York and go see them, and
that's really cool.
they're in London.
And they're like long term from childhood or
all
from
across my life. Yeah,
yeah.
Are you
okay.
gonna
I
stay?
have two
yeah?
best friends from when I was 12. Still, those are
Wow.
my oldest friends.
I have no rootedness at all. My journey was very, and this is something. Now that you're here, I'm gonna treat this as a one-to-one
Let's go.
for the rest of the. Not a one-to-one, but like I wanted to. One thing I wanted to pick your brain on is a personal failing within, not a failing, but a thing I need to like work on, which I brought up in the ideas lab, which is that delusional self-confidence preventing me from taking on expert feedback that can actually be useful, because I think like if I was like a consultant, that consultant, I would be better at being that consultant than you. So why would I listen to you? That's my brain. That's one thing. The other thing is like on the route that we can get back to that, but it's like.
Can I just answer to that?
Yes, please do. Yeah. Let's do
I
it.
think like another thing that I do when I do the event production and stuff is artist liaison. Like, and that was like something that I did at festivals a lot as well. Like I've learned, and I also worked in these old jobs I used to do with like interior designers and kind of like creatives. I have to say, like, just be that. Like, it's okay. Like, you can just be Delulu because the most creative, visionary people in the world are, and they have teams of people around them who exist solely to keep them happy. It's not like necessarily how you're gonna like stay employed or anything like that, but if you're looking to be an entrepreneur, like it's okay to be you. And in
gotta be
fact, you
you,
need to
yeah.
be you. The only thing you need to be careful of is data and patterns. So if multiple
Makes
people are
sense.
telling you over and over, like you are doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this, you're doing this, the same thing over and over, notice that.
That's crazy.
If
bro.
somebody gives you data, like you're like, we're trying this thing and there's no return on our investment, we're doing this thing and there's
Yeah.
no interest in it, then pay attention to that data. But you're allowed to be a difficult personality. In fact, most
Hell
of
yeah.
the most successful people are.
Adele, you're very judgmental free, isn't it? That's a
I
very
try.
beautiful thing.
Judgment free.
too.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry about that. English is I'm decolonizing. So yeah. You know what I was gonna say?
Reframe.
As a Sri Lankan, I thank
Dharma,
you for decolonizing the conversation. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, I think it's amazing what you said, Adele, and I think you are very allowed to just be yourself. And I think you're a little bit scared of other people making mistakes. That's why that's my psychological interpretation of you.
Go for it. Okay. I'm scared of other people making mistakes.
Yeah,
Why would I
so
be
that's
scared
why
of that? That helps me.
You
like, surely.
you take leadership over everything because you.
Wait, get in frame. You're making a mistake. No, I'm joking.
No, I am in frame, bro.
Okay.
I
Cool.
am. Like you're scared of people making mistakes, so that's why you do everything yourself. That's why you're.
Yeah, hands on the
Yeah.
wheel. I've learned now to kind of delegate, but the problem is in a lot of domains, not all of them, and not necessarily the ones at school, because I don't want people to think I'm talking about them, which I'm not. It's not that I don't want them to think that. I'm not talking about them. But there's been projects I've been involved in the past and now where I let people do stuff and they fail. They do it very badly. They're
Yeah.
incompetent. And I can't, I also think being a leader,
Sorry. They're incompetent.
they're incompetent. It's like, I think being a leader is not being scared of hurting people's feelings because a project, steering a boat, a company, a startup doesn't exist to make people feel nice. Like you don't come together as a group. That is what friendship is for. That is what sitting around a campfire and roasting marshmallows and smoking weed and having a beautiful conversation, that's what that's for. If you're getting together to accomplish a task, everyone serves the task. And
But
as a
also,
leader,
I think
to,
you have to think about like that old paradigm, like do no harm, but take no shit.
Yeah, take it easy, but take it, right? It's like,
Like,
the
I-
opposite of that, kind
But
of.
also, you just want to be careful that you're not causing sort of undue harm.
Harm to people,
Right?
yeah, sure.
So I totally know what you mean. I struggle with delegating. I really do. I have creative control issues, like because I want everything to be perfect, which, by the way, is a coping mechanism for not believing you're enough. But whatever.
Okay, interesting. Okay, cool.
Yeah, or like having to prove or earn people's love and attention. But sure.
Like the
also
perfectionism
artists
comes from-
tend to be, as Erica Badu says, I'm an artist and I'm sensitive about
Oh my God,
shit.
I just saw that clip yesterday.
Yeah.
So beautiful, isn't it?
She's the best. But yeah, like I think you can be a very high standards person. Not everyone's gonna like it, and a lot of like superfluous people will fall away. But you can create like processes, and then you can learn where to let go. So you could create like feedback loop processes that allow you to have different levels of control on how projects are going, and then you can like what I've had to learn is like you don't have to have an opinion on everything. So if I don't really care about something, I just immediately am just like, yeah, whatever you
It's
think.
fine. Yeah.
So I try to
yeah,
defer
yeah.
as many things as possible to the other person, and then that way my ratio of being controlling and not being controlling sort of spreads.
Damn, that's really wise. I like that. That's really good. That's really, really good. Damn. Okay.
Just some thoughts.
Interesting.
Another
should-
thing that I think is really important is servile leadership. Have you heard of this?
Servile leadership.
Yes.
Where it's like, oh, it's okay. Yes, of course. Yeah, okay. Don't worry about it. It's
There's
like,
this guy on LinkedIn Learning, which everybody at University
I
of
hate
Sussex
LinkedIn
gets
Learning.
for
I'm
free, by the
sorry.
way.
Yeah, I know.
His name's like Ken or something.
You know him
Ken-
personally? He's a friend of yours?
No, my old boss gave his LinkedIn Learning stuff to me, and it's like about how a leader's primary role is to facilitate the work of the people around them.
Okay. Oh, sorry. I hit your mic. That's my bad.
That's okay.
That makes a lot of sense.
And I think that it's a really valuable like paradigm. Look into it because I think about that a lot now. Like my first question is to try to understand like what motivates someone, because then you want to build up their whole situation and context around what's motivating them.
Mm-hmm.
Like for me, I said creative resistance motivates me. So if I was my own leader, I would be like making sure that I was like working within context and projects that was
Okay,
like bringing
okay.
that out.
You know that about yourself. How do you gauge that beyond just asking a person? Because a person may not be. When we were in the
Yeah, you just ask them.
hallway, you just ask. That's all you can do.
What motivates you? Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting.
Yeah. And you can kind of see their eyes light up. They get a weird glow.
Yeah. Okay.
You
talk
think
about
people
things
know
that
how
matter.
to answer that question?
Well, let's ask you. What motivates you?
Love.
Your eyes just shot sparkles.
Oh, so you. Okay.
What
There
do
you go.
love?
It's
Love
as simple
like,
as that.
like giving love to people, loving the world, like
Just
that-
like being like feeling passionate about something. It can be anything. It doesn't have to be a person. It can be a dog. Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Dogs are lovable.
I wonder what motivates me.
What motivates you?
I don't know. I think being really good, doing something really, really well makes me happy.
Quality.
But quality motivates me. But I think if I really dig down to the nut of like myself,
The nut.
the gut nut of who I am, I would say like same as everyone. I want to be. I enjoy.
I think it's beauty,
Don't overthink it.
I am overthinking it, aren't I?
Beauty.
but not like beauty with a small
that would
b,
make
with
sense.
a capital B.
Yeah, like quality and beauty, I feel like are connected.
I enjoy power a lot.
I don't think that if just because you enjoy something that it's necessarily your North Star.
Okay.
Like I enjoy sushi, but it's not my.
Be all and
No.
end
You
all.
can't
That's
come with
interesting,
sushi.
yeah.
You have to say something as bad as power.
Bad as
that you
power.
enjoy.
Why is
Wait.
power a negative
I
thing?
enjoy. That's
Yeah.
as bad as power.
Why is your phone lighting up and like sparkling?
Because it's Chinese. That's what they do.
It's like pulsing.
Yeah.
Mad.
What do I enjoy that's as bad as power?
Yeah, because you can be like, I like
cigarettes.
sushi. But
I got
bruh.
given crispy
No, not cigarettes, bro.
roasted
I don't
Chinese
enjoy them
cigarettes from Evan Wu.
What's a roasted cigarette?
Are you
it's
gonna give us
it's
one?
absolutely tobacco that not Adele obviously.
No, Adele,
she's not
no,
a
Adele.
smoker.
You can give her other stuff.
Is it bad if I describe it? Does it make the itch come back?
No, I'm
Okay,
completely
so
cured.
picture this. The yummiest. So there's tobacco, and then this tobacco is roasted. So it tastes nutty and warm and like just nice. And it's like the Chinese cigarettes are a little bit more potent with the tobacco. So it's like a mix of those two things. And the pack looks really cool. So when you're out there, you just like do the little thing and it's like, ah. So my friend Evan, who I used to live with in Stanmore Court during my foundation year, him and Alfie and me remain friends. He disappeared. I'm in my second year now, so I've been here for like 3 years. Evan's gone to Southampton, which is where my sister works as a lecturer or something. I don't know, she does something there.
You know what she does.
Yeah, she's just something.
Bro.
Lectures like she submitted her PhD something.
Dharma's
thesis.
sister, please come to the podcast.
No, she's
coming. We're doing your whole
wonderful
family.
person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
keep
No, I'm an
sorry for
estranged
the
student
interruption.
actually with my parents. I'm also I like this thing about
You had to tell her who your dad is.
No, we're not going to
Is he
talk about
famous?
we're not going to talk
Yeah.
about my dad here. We're not going to talk about my dad here. We're
Who is
not
he?
going to do that.
Oh,
sorry.
we're not going to do it.
We're not going to do
We've
that.
got
We're gonna do that.
boundaries.
What was I saying? Evan. So he's in Southampton, and we do this mature students Christmas event. Incredible, great. And Evan just texted me out of the blue. Yo, it's been like 5
Best text ever
Yeah,
to
it's
get.
great. It's
You're
like
like, yes.
5
Especially
months
after like
of
5 months.
silence.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
love that.
And then he goes, I lost my SIM card and my phone was stolen in London and this and that. And I finally got it. It was like a SIM card registered to a company in China, so I couldn't get the iCloud and the data and all this stuff. And I was like, this sounds really complicated. And like,
That's like what I'm hoping is happening when like someone that
Someone
I went on a
ignores
date
you for
with
like,
has
yeah,
ghosted me.
oh my
You're
God.
like, their SIM card is probably in China.
I got kidnapped.
like,
and I
they're
gotta
not-
come back. Yeah.
They're in a retreat or something. They can speak.
Literally.
They don't have phones anymore.
Why was retreat the one you went to?
I don't know.
That actually happened to me one time. This guy
See?
that I flirted with, he was like, just disappeared for a whole week. And I was like, dude, he doesn't care. And then like he texted me on the Sunday and he was like, oh my God, hey, I was just whitewater rafting
For
for a week off the
week.
grid. And I
Wow.
was like, wow.
And we believe him? We don't believe him? How do we feel about
Of
that?
course, what are you talking
I was only
about?
like 20, so back then
it was
men
true.
were a lot more demure.
I know it was true.
They're a lot more
I
risky.
can
You were
tell.
there.
No, I can just tell he was saying the truth.
They have more audacity now. This was in like 2008.
A lot of audacious. People are audacious nowadays, eh?
They are very
Gotta,
audacious.
yeah. I
Hey
mean,
guys, what were we talking about before? You guys are losing yourself.
Oh, sorry,
There's
you were
something really
talking about-
important.
What was it?
Evan.
Evan.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah, it's not that important. I'm rambling.
And you escaped the power thing, but I remember.
I know, I'm trying to think.
Yeah.
But also I want to talk about my business.
Yeah, you
if
have
we have a chance,
to.
because then I can post this on our
You have to talk about your
website.
business.
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
Evans. Evans then business. Yeah.
So yeah, Evan comes down and so I thought it was like a scammer who had stolen his phone because it was
So-
such a convoluted story. And I used to do
See
stuff
how
in like
paranoid you are? I'm telling you, bro.
and I used to be in crypto back in the day, and you get DMs constantly every single day from like people trying to like, get at your wallets and blah blah blah.
Dang.
Hate that world. Well, not hate.
Is that
it,
why
but-
you're so
He's going
rich
back
now?
to it right now. He's going
rich?
back to
I'm not rich. Why? Who
What?
thinks?
You were in crypto and you didn't come out on top?
I made a little bit of money and then I spent all of it.
Ah,
And when I say a little bit of money, I mean like a little tiny bit of money.
You were like, I bought a sandwich.
I bought a sandwich. I bought 2 sandwiches, and I felt like I was the king of the world, and it was like amazing. The problem is, yeah, everyone thinks I'm rich. Anna, constantly, she just goes, "You're rich, bro."
I was just joshing.
When did I
you.
say
It's
that?
horrible.
I never said that. I tell other people you're rich.
I have
That's a
on
joke.
camera. I have you saying, "Oh, you're rich. Don't worry about it. I'm not rich like you. I'm not rich." That's bad. It's pressure. I have 4 pounds in my bank. No, not even. I bought a bus ticket today. I have 2 pounds and 60 cents in my bank account until Friday.
That's if you need
I'll give you
a cup
some
of tea or
money.
anything, just come by the student center.
That's nice. I'm okay. I'll find a way because I have delusional self confidence. I appreciate that.
Good.
So Evan, not an important story.
It is now. I've been waiting for 10 minutes.
It's all good. It's all Jesus Christ. Take a breath, man. You're untwist your vagus nerve, bro.
I'm just kidding. Go on.
It's all right. Listen. So he comes to dinner. He brings a girl. It's very sweet.
Which dinner? Wait. He was there.
The one that yeah. He was
Who
in the
is
corner.
he?
The one Chinese individual that was there.
Why you didn't introduce them to me? That's really bad, bro.
Why would I? You were in conversation with
You
Lewis.
you know
talking
how
about,
he was talking about me? He was like, Anna's family.
Yeah.
How you don't introduce me if I'm family, right? Why you not introducing
I
me
feel
to
like
your
this
friends?
is a Brazilian.
This is a Brazilian
You've crossed
cultural
some kind of
cross-cultural
Brazilian
communication.
He
politeness
didn't-
code.
He didn't talk to me the whole night, which I understand because he's very popular. He has to tend to the masses. I don't care.
That's horrible.
But like, give me
That's a
2
horrible thing
minutes
to
of
say.
your time. Like, I'm supposed to be your friend.
Look at how cool I look. with
Then
my
I was
sunglasses
talking
on.
to. Then he let me talking to other people, and now he's questioning me about it. He's like, "What were you saying to that girl?" Like,
Which girl?
she was the only one that was talking to me on the party.
You were talking to Lewis.
Yeah, I talk to everyone, bro. I'm really sociable when I want to. Okay, please tell the story about Evans, and then. Sorry, it was my fault.
What was I talking about before you?
Evans, yeah. He came to the party, and then what happened?
the
You sound
girl.
so interested in the story.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, go.
I didn't want.
So he came, and then what happened? He sat there, had food with us. What's the point of the story?
Oh my God, you're like
Cigarettes.
very cigarettes.
A
yeah.
special kind.
Oh,
Cigarette.
okay. He gave you the cigarettes.
Yes.
And they're crunchy.
And they're crunchy and they taste kind of like chocolate,
They're
which brings me
nutty.
to the next question.
Which is?
chocolates. And
Yeah.
let me ask the question. chocolates for
And vaginas.
chocolates and
not
reproductive
necessarily.
systems and
And uterus.
menstrual cycles.
No,
And
never use.
why was
Wombs
that the
is the cut.
wombs
like,
is the term?
Usually what we refer
Sorry.
to. Yeah.
I just love the word.
Don't get on cut.
vagina.
Don't
That's
think
it.
like
No, and you should
We
say
can
it on
cut it.
radio.
Yeah.
No, you should say it.
Yeah, it's
Say what?
vagina. Or what,
Yeah.
what am I going to say?
I mean,
Vagina.
we're called like womb.
decolonize the term
It's the
vagina.
only safe word, right?
Decolonize.
Decolonize.
Is there any other word that you can refer to vagina that is okay
There's
to
a
say
lot.
in front of other people? I know even vagina, you're not supposed to say. Every time I say vagina, people are like, hee hee hee.
I
You
mean,
just
you're the
said
producer, so you
I don't
would
have a
know
vagina,
more
I can't talk
what's
about
No,
it.
I mean
You
like out
can
there
talk about. We can all talk about it.
in the world.
Okay.
Yeah, we were talking about. I was saying to him how weird it must be to have balls. Can you imagine like having something just like hanging off of you?
No.
Yeah, so that's very weird. Okay,
To answer the question,
My
no,
imagination
she can't imagine
Never
that.
is
thought about it.
Very,
Okay.
very, vivid, but I cannot imagine that. No.
okay, we're gonna cut all this out and do a nicer preface for it.
I don't
question
mind. I'm
about the
happy with leaving it
business.
in.
No, it's the business.
What did you
She-
doodle over there? Can
she
I take a
has
look at
to-
that?
I always doodle.
That's so cute. What is it?
I used to get told off in school for doodling because they didn't understand anything about
It's a
how
pair of
people's
lips
brain works.
and a nose.
I know.
Is that mine?
You have ADHD?
No, it's not.
I don't know. I have something.
Do you?
Yeah,
Are you
it's not
curious about
everybody.
getting
I got
like a
something.
diagnosis, or you don't care about that?
No.
Okay,
Other people want me to get a diagnosis because
Who?
people like to put you in a box.
I know. Yeah.
You're bootstrapping the company now, aren't you? Or you did bootstrap it?
Yeah, no, we're bootstrapping, which is not the most, propelling way. So let's just back up. So I'll tell you about Wombshine. It's all of the different supplements and herbs and adaptogens that your body needs while you're bleeding, but we put it in chocolate. And we're now working on a menopause chocolate bar so that we can sort of hit people at different ages and stages. And the most important thing I think that we do is sort of create a new way for people with wombs to care for themselves, to be cared for. So we kind of, whether by sort of nature, nurture, or because we're forced to, or because we're just naturally better at it or whatever, people with wombs tend to do like quite a lot of caring in this world. They do literally caring roles more, and they take care of a lot of emotional, energetic sort of space in our world. And they need care back. So unfortunately, there's very little actual like health care directed at a lot of different things that people with wombs deal with. And then also it's just giving a way for the people that love them to show them that they just don't think it's normal for them to be in pain or for them to feel like shit once a month, basically.
So if people want to know more about your business or, get your products, see what you have, how do they do that?
So you could follow on Instagram. We're doing more and more. We have a website as well, wombshine.com. We're doing more and more like educational stuff. That's what I'm moving into more now. Because literally, so we work at the markets on Saturdays. You can usually find us like around
markets
Brighton
where?
somewhere.
Which ones?
Either the Brighton Open Market or the Jubilee Market next to Jubilee Library.
On
Or sometimes
Saturdays.
we're at Seaside Siblinghood. Like we'll do different markets. You can follow on Instagram and see. So we'll do a Saturday market. And like, I'm not even kidding, like 30 different people will just tell me the most harrowing story. Like I hear the worst stories, and they're so demure about it. Like people with wombs have just been fobbed off so much, like their pain has been dismissed so much that they literally will be like, what did she say? This woman came by last week and she's like, oh no, I'm actually really lucky. I have like no cramps. Yeah, I just get like really nauseous and like, so I'll throw up like every morning, like for 3 or 4 mornings in a row. But other than that, like I'm so lucky I have nothing. And I was like, you throw up 4 days in a row
Every month.
every 25 days. And you're just like, I'm so lucky I have nothing. Like, bro, this
Yeah.
is like the way that people present.
Is
their
that
experience.
what made you want to do this specifically as the startup? Like the empathy for like those kinds of anecdotes that you hear, like the
Well, so Wombshine actually started because a friend of mine, who's a man, of course, was like, there's no way. Like he lived with 4 women and during the pandemic, and they all synced up, and they would all just be like sort of like crawling around the house, like lamenting their extreme pain. And he was like, bro, there's no way that there's like nothing you can do. Like there must be something you can do. And they were like, no, like there's nothing we can do. This is just our burden to bear. And he was like, no, literally, like it's not normal that you would be in this much pain and that there's absolutely nothing. And they were like, no, there's nothing. And he was like, So he went and did super deep research and found all of these scientific studies that show certain things like magnesium or certain herbs like Vitex, cramp bark, lady's mantle, and then just like taking certain vitamins, like re-upping certain essential nutrients that you basically just bleed out, like iron, obviously, for example. That can all help like with the undue levels of symptoms, so you can like lower your pain, lower your fatigue, lower the irritability because your hormones are more balanced.
So it's only the stuff. Were you gonna say something?
No, go. I will say after. I was just a little.
It's only the
observation.
stuff that like after you've lost blood, the issues that arise after that are solved because you replenish what's been.
No, so you're when you get on your period,
Yeah.
certain hormones are absolutely tanking.
Okay.
Like, so you're just sort of like bringing those levels a little bit more balanced.
Like normalize them.
Yeah,
Okay.
like progesterone and estrogen are like bringing those levels a little bit closer together with some of this stuff. But then also some of it, like magnesium, is just like a muscle relaxer. So it helps, like if your uterus is cramping up
Then
and that's what is hurting you, then it's like relaxing you. So stuff like that. Like,
how do you make the chocolate taste nice if there's so much like stuff in it?
oh my God, they're so good. Well, so we just put in we did a lot of experimentation with this, like how much can you actually fit
Yeah.
in? We used to say like what we got in trouble with food standards. We used to say they're packed with vitamins, nutrients, and they were like, you can't say that.
Why can't you say that?
I don't know. It was like a food. They're really specific.
About
The
how you
food compliance
portray-
people. They're really nice.
It's because the amount of things there don't qualify for the word packed.
They just think that it shows and more power to it. Like it's good that there's regulation, but they think that it like paints a unrealistic picture of it, whatever. So now we say infused. Infused with, yeah. But yeah, so like we just put in as much as you can into a truffle, and then we.
And how is the consumption to be? Like, how's the like if I want to have one chocolate every day, is that okay?
One chocolate a day, yeah. So we make them, they're pretty like hearty, like they're large, and they're like plant-based and refined sugar-free. So they're made out of like basically organic
Like
cacao,
real
like
stuff.
really, really nice, intense cacao with like one of them has like tahini in the center, and they've got different herbs that also are womb nourishing, whatever, like flavoring them and ingredients. So they're pretty like big boys. Like you
And
don't.
how it's a bar? It's like a square of
They're
chocolate?
truffles. Like every day, the menopause one is going to be a bar, but these are like truffles. So you eat one truffle a day,
Can
and
you
they're
eat
like
more
the
than
size of like
one?
an energy ball. You can. I've eaten though before like 2.5, and then like literally couldn't control the volume of my voice afterwards. It's just like,
Wow.
hey guys, and then I was like, why am I screaming?
That's great.
What
So
happens?
maybe-
What would happen if I don't have a womb or vagina?
You
or
start
anything?
would-
menstruating the next
Yeah.
day.
Oh,
Blood
no.
would come out of your ears, and you would grow hair. in
Any
weird
hole they
places.
can find.
You know, when I was a
You'd be fine.
child,
You'd be good.
my dad used
You'd
to
feel
tell
good.
me that puberty, my voice box would explode. And for a
Whoa.
long time, I thought he was like telling the truth, and I was so scared.
Oh, he was trying
That
to
is emotional
create-
It's
terrorism.
not nice.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
it's
thought
really
he was
bad.
like
It's really
using a
bad.
metaphor, like
Oh no.
for your change of voice.
Well, if he was, I didn't. Yeah.
I did.
I didn't fucking clock
There's
that.
the
dude.
neurodivergence again.
Yeah,
It wasn't clocking
yeah,
to me.
maybe
that I fucking-
maybe he was not being a
The
terrorist.
nuance was lost.
Adele, can I just ask, like, why did you chose to do chocolate? Because that's so much hard. Like, you made it harder on yourself because you could like make what everybody does, which is like a pill, a tablet.
That's
Yeah.
an
I think
interesting question.
were you
yeah.
trying to I can imagine you were trying to like differentiate yourself, but also like making a chocolate is amazing because what we want to have when we are in our period is having chocolate. That's one thing that actually helps,
Yeah,
and it's proven that helps, like dark chocolate and stuff.
it is. Yeah, because
Like-
it balances hormones, so that's why our bodies want it.
Yeah, so like, but you made like, it's like you have two products because you have to have a very tasty
Yeah.
chocolate, which is like organic, but you know what I mean?
Well,
Like
so we actually partner with chocolatiers.
oh,
So we
Which
have
chocolatiers?
chocolatiers. They're really cute. We've had a couple different ones over the course of time, and we have a couple right now.
Nice.
One of our not our favorite, but our number, like sort of the one who gives us the most flavors and the most chocolates, just moved to Canada, which
Oh
was
no.
so sad.
They were here. They were in the
They were in
city or
Sheffield.
in Sheffield.
In
okay.
Sheffield. But now, so we've just found a new chocolatier who seems really cool in Devon. So she's sending us samples right now. So basically, we send them the vitamin blend, and then they turn it into their own kind of. So they all have their own flair. We've got one here in Brighton who's been with us from the very beginning. She was like one of the first. She helped us really get the nutrients into the chocolates in the first place.
Still work with her?
Yeah. She's been but she has she has a day job, whereas some of our other chocolatiers like that's their job. They're like a plant-based chef. So yeah, we've worked with different people and it's been. So yeah, but you're right that chocolate is a chaotic variable because it freaking melts.
It do be doing that.
It's
That's true.
so volatile.
Yeah.
It's.
I was going to ask what makes a person a chocolatier because I had a friend called Lamalka whose dad was a chocolatier, is a chocolatier in Sri Lanka it's called Gerard Mendes Chocolatiers.
I think if you know how to do that thing with the chocolate where you melt and then you
that's what you got to do.
I think if you know how to do that, you can be called
tempering.
Tempering.
It's called tempering.
If you know how to tamper with the chocolate, you're a chocolatier.
Yeah.
I'm just joking. That's not true.
If you make delicious chocolate, I think you're a chocolatier.
Yeah, you can call yourself. Nobody's going to be like, where is your,
what are your
affiliation to
chocolatier qualifications?
Card, yeah.
Exactly. Are you pitching? So you're doing bootstrapping. Are you seeking investment for it actively now?
Yes.
Do you have $1 million?
We just pitched twice actually last week. $1 million, I wish. Actually, the guy, one of my feedback was like, "Why are you asking for 20,000?" And I was like,
"Yeah,
you're only asking for
20,000.
A person who asks for less."
Well, surely you shouldn't do that. Like your valuation should be like a little bit. There should be like a little bit of a buffer if you can like. I don't know, because you can like hire people and this and that. I don't know. I'm telling the entrepreneurship person how to fucking do entrepreneurship.
And I think this is where like confidence and experience and knowledge comes up against sort of like the growth of your business.
Okay.
Like
I think
this is where like you need your coach to be like, or this is where you need your mentor to give you real guidance.
Right.
Because I don't have an MBA.
I don't think you need one. I think it's like.
But
it's
don't you have somebody that you can talk to?
I don't actually. That's one thing that I really want to find. I don't have anyone I can talk to, even though I know. I mean, this comes back to my own issues, sort of like asking people for favors. But I know so many entrepreneurship people working in the sector for like 7 years now, and I just don't have a mentor. I really need to get on that. Because I think it is a really important part of the puzzle.
Why would it be
it's
a favor
priority.
though?
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a favor, right?
I can't afford to pay them.
But can you guys do some type of partnership?
Maybe. Yeah.
Because you have a lot to offer. Do you know what I mean? You just like exchange. Why are you looking at me like that? Why are you looking at me like that?
Quizzical guy, resting quizzical face.
Resting quizzical face. But yeah, like I think we have a long way to go with Wombshine. It's a complicated business, and people do a lot of mental gymnastics, like coming into contact with the business. Like I watch them go through the different levels of understanding, like when they walk up to the marketplace.
You have to explain what a womb is, isn't it? Now everybody knows.
What's that?
A womb. You have to explain to people what a womb is.
I feel like most people generally know what a womb is.
A womb.
It's like a...
No, I mean, you have to explain. Some men don't know.
It's like a place.
It's what the baby grows inside of.
Yeah, I know what it is. I'm saying like you have to explain to people. It was a joke.
Oh, I see. You mean the mental gymnastics part? Yes.
Yeah.
No, what you do need to do is like get over the fact that you're talking about a womb in public.
Yeah.
That's one of the big.
You have to get over the fact that you're
moments.
asking someone for money when it comes to an investor. I feel like they can like smell that. If you're asking only for like 20,000 and they know that it's like, I don't know. Was that what you were talking about when you said like get the ask for less kind of thing? When we said like why only?
I'm asking for what I was, again, because I've never really pitched for finance before.
Okay.
I was asking for 20,000 pounds because then we could get like a supplier where we could, because what we want to do is be able to sell individual truffles at the store because that's where the big profit margins can be. So basically you're bleeding, you're at Infinity Foods or Kindly or whatever, you're trying to get through the day. And right there's a, Wombshine promising you if you eat this, you're going to feel better today. And that chocolate costs like £3.50, like vitamin chocolate costs £3.50. And it costs us, like less than that to make. Whereas our boxes of 6, our period care packages, have like no profit margin on them because it's just too complex of a product. So it's not a good vehicle for like building our business. It's an amazing flagship product and we love it. Our period care packages are really important. They have art, they have a playlist. It's like a whole vibe. You get to do the little womb ritual with it. It's very, very cool.
Tell
and
us
it's
what
a
that looks
beautiful
like.
gift.
What does that look like? What is it?
It's a box of 6 chocolates. It comes with an insert that has we have an art partner here in Brighton called Nikki Strange Design.
Okay.
She makes amazing, beautiful art and shares it with us, which is amazing. And then we have a QR code on the inside that links to Wombshine. Unfortunately, Spotify, I'm feeling more and more some type of way about that, but we're still on Spotify right now. There
Why are you
are
feeling
playlists.
that? It's a tangent. but-
I work a lot with musicians. Like I worked for
I'm a
So Far
musician.
Sounds.
I'm
Nice.
on Spotify.
Yeah, and as you all are,
It's horrible. There's no money in it
There's-
at all. Yeah.
a growing murmur of discontent amongst the creative community.
Have you used Bandcamp before? Do you know Bandcamp?
Yeah, I
Okay.
DJ, so I do a lot
Oh,
of band
okay.
camping. Yeah,
That's
I do a
fun.
lot
How
of
can we find you
beat
there?
ports.
Just your name.
Flails is my DJ name.
Oh yeah, send
On
everything.
SoundCloud.
What are
On
you
SoundCloud.
not like? This is very weird.
I had to learn how to DJ because I produce events, and then sometimes
The
like you
people
can't
drop
like
out and stuff.
try to. Well, also like you can't like tell artists like what to do.
I feel
Unless
like
you
we
know
have
what
to
you're
do a
doing, right?
festival
So
together.
I would just have to do it.
Should we have
Send
our own
everything.
Mature
festivals?
Student Society Festival.
Would you be willing to do that? I'll put you in touch with Sadie. She organizes all of our events. Yeah,
You know
That would be
what's
cute.
crazy?
Oh,
Let
no,
me.
that would be amazing.
I'm not on
Okay.
Bandcamp. I'm not that cool. I'm not a producer.
Where are you though?
SoundCloud.
Awesome.
Sidebar, after this, obviously send me links to everything. We'll put stuff in the description. I'll overlay stuff
I
on
don't have
stuff.
that much on there.
Not just music. I'm talking about your business and
Oh,
your
yeah, yeah.
just everything.
I'll put
but-
this podcast on our business as well on
Oh,
our
hell
website.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. If you need me to like clip it for no, you know what you're doing with stuff. That's fine. I was gonna say
I
like
mean, if you want to clip it for me, you can.
I can clip it for you.
Thank
I'll
you.
clip it for you.
That's so sweet.
No, that's okay. I'm a sweet guy.
What does
I
clip
appreciate
means?
that. I don't even know.
Uh,
I'm like, if you want to do it though, you can.
It's a buzzword. It's an industry buzzword. I mean, you fucking clip it. You gotta clip it. Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh my god. Thank
But
you.
also send me like that stuff if you're comfortable with me putting it in like the description and stuff. I can like.
Is
thing
that
it.
you?
And
Yeah, that's me.
You look so different when you're smiling, like with your teeth. Yeah. Like that. Okay.
and I will put you in touch with Sadie. Is that a realistic thing? Before we get back to what the flagship product looks like, is that
Can
a,
we do
a
a
thing you
rap
can actually?
battle on our festival?
Is that a thing you can actually
I don't
organize
know if
for
I'm
us?
a rapper, really. I can DJ you a set though. I'm not going to organize a festival for you, but I
No,
will DJ a set at
you-
your festival.
No.
I'm
You're gonna
organizing
be.
a festival. I'm organizing like 3 festivals.
No, we're
this
gonna
year.
organize it, and you're gonna be invited, and you're also gonna be like the Patreon. Do you know what I mean? Like
Oh, I can be
Adele
like a
Meyer.
consultant.
Yeah.
Oh, like
How-
a sponsor,
Exactly.
a non-financial sponsor.
Exactly.
How much do you
And
charge for
Wombshine
that?
can come. I can come sell Wombshine there.
Exactly. Yeah.
You can be sponsored by Wombshine,
There's a
Yeah.
and we'll help you promote it.
Done.
Win-win. Today's episode is sponsored by Wombshine.
Today's
They are
episode is
a-
not financially sponsored by Wombshine.
It's very financially
not-
sponsored by
I
Wombshine.
should have brought you guys some chocolates. And
That
then
would've been
That would have
amazing.
been sponsored by Wombshine because we
That
would have
would've
had
been
so
really
much
good.
energy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After we ate it,
You
but
have to
then-
come back with the chocolates.
I have iron pills in my bag, if that
Let's
is helpful.
break them out. Let's.
Do you want some? You can grab it. It's like right there. I have a ferrous fumarate or whatever the fuck it's called. I don't know. I've been on like
Are you guys gonna sniff it? What's
it's
happening?
in. We can try to. I don't know what it'll do. It might just make your nostrils a little bit.
I don't know if iron straight
sticky.
to the brain is really
The way to
the
do
vibe
it.
on this Thursday
These are
afternoon.
the shout out Evan. Don't smoke. It's not good for you. But this is the well,
Chocolate?
you're- No, this is cigarettes.
Didn't you say?
I
they were
feel so
chocolate?
bad because you're like a smoker and like
No. Like
ex-smoker.
I'm telling you, I
You're
am
completely
no
in control of
longer
it.
interested in cigarettes
Fuck
whatsoever.
yeah, I respect it. Yeah,
Hypnosis works.
grab one of these if you want.
Wow,
It's-
these are really shiny.
They're beautiful. It's 210 milligrams of ferrous fumarate.
Thanks. I'm anemic, so this is actually really.
My
gonna
mother
help
has
me out.
thalassemia.
What's that?
It's like super duper anemia. It's like anemia on steroids.
no.
You want one?
No, thank you.
Okay.
So yes,
are
we're
you a-
bootstrapping.
Okay. And you didn't finish describing the flagship product. I jumped in.
Oh yeah,
before.
sorry. So it's a box of 6 truffles. You can start taking one a day up to like 2-3 days before if you feel your period coming on. It has, like I said, art, cyclical art. So every 21 days we switch up the art, make a new playlist, and then it comes with 2 little packets of tea. So the idea is like if you want to, you can pour yourself a cup of womb nourishing tea. We put nettle and raspberry in there. Have your truffle I've had some of our customers send us pictures like they light a candle, pop the playlist on. It's like Vegas Nerve calming playlist.
Vegas Nerve.
And just be like, I'm bleeding. I'm bleeding right now.
I heard something once. I don't know. Yeah, somewhere some women, the right way is to bleed to the earth. So you're supposed to like be naked and just
for like 7 days, you just like squat outside.
Yeah, I don't
They used to
naked,
send
just
women
bleeding
to the bottom
in.
of the village to in certain cultures. They used to say like, what you can't be around the men because you fuck up the
I wonder
the
what was
juju or
happening to
something.
those women up there.
You fuck up the juju.
Who know,
This crazy woo-woo man who was like too spiritual for anyone's good once told me that he like really missed those days, like as if, I guess, in a past life or something.
That's a sentence, eh?
He was like, yeah, like, because then the men would like bring the food to like feed the woman while she was like menstruating. And I was like,
Was he British?
I feel like really like that's so awkward that no, he was this was in America.
Oh.
And I was like, I don't want to have this conversation. I was like, I'm about to while out. I
Your
was
Vegas
like,
nervous screaming.
yeah. Like, I don't think it was cool to like trap women up on the top of a mountain and then be relying on men to bring
Yeah,
them
ideally
food.
you don't want to do that. if you can avoid it, you should
could
not
not
maybe do
do
that.
that would
Maybe
be
not
great.
do that. That would be nice. I think it's beautiful that you've chosen to do this, and I think it's really nice that you're bootstrap. I mean, obviously, it's difficult always bootstrapping, but it's like it shows like passion for an idea, because it's like I feel like a lot of people, me, I've tried so many things and I've failed at a lot of things, and a lot of things I've just kind of given up on. Because
But that's good to know when to stop.
Maybe. I think maybe I know more stuff now, but it's nice to, I think if it had been something I actually cared about, then I would have stuck through it. If I was trying to start something that I actually gave a shit about, then I would have bootstrapped. I would have fucking found a way to make it happen. You know what I mean? And so it's just, I think it reflects well on who you are as a person, that the thing that you give a shit about is this kind of thing. And like also the stuff you were saying about like during the events, crisis response, like helping people. It's about helping people, isn't it? Your master's was in refugee, so it's I work with, I do like APP connector and like mature student
cool.
connector, and like so all those groups I come into contact with, it's people who you can do a little bit of, if you do like a little bit, you can help a lot, kind of.
Totally.
Yeah.
I think we just
Here-
all need a little bit of support.
Yeah.
Like, just need to show each other, like you said, like show each other a little love, show each other a little care. We're living in a society who
we're living in a society. Sorry.
relentlessly like destroys our threads of connection between one another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And totally like prohibits us, punishes us for doing what we care about. Like, I've chosen the path of service and passion my entire life, and I am so far behind my peers financially. Like, I am punished every day through my quality of life sacrifices that I've had to make just to do anything meaningful. And some people are able to escape that matrix, which is freaking amazing. And I'm really hoping that Wombshine is my golden ticket out of, you know, just being trapped under the ceiling of
Just all this
the people that
shit
line
going on.
shareholders' pockets are the people that don't. You know what I mean? And it's just like, I have so much admiration for people who have been able to make a meaningful path for themselves, and that's why that's my chosen path of service, is to help other people also do that. And I'm trying to get there too. But, you know, it's a struggle. Like, we live in a world that really, on a bad day, I think is actively punishing us for choosing meaning. And on a good day, I'm thinking just maybe isn't an economically robust approach.
That's a bar. A world that's active on a bad day, actively punishing us for seeking or choosing meaning. It's very true. Yeah. And you're expected to not admit or acknowledge that that's like a thing that is happening. Which is
Well,
like,
you quickly sound crazy, but, and obviously, like, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything, although there are, certain
I am
strategic.
a big conspiracy theorist.
I'm sure.
Massively.
It's just like, yeah, I just think the simple, the simple fact that the sort of number one strategy of all economic and innovation activity is to make a profit is absolutely disastrous for human civilization. Like, even Wombshine is such a great example. Like, Wombshine is an amazing idea. People love it. People, when they come into contact with it, they're like, this is amazing. Even the people we pitch to are like, this is a really unique idea. It's really strong. Keep going. The fact that I've been busting ass on it for 2 years and I can't even, because of the cost of doing business and the cost of competing with corporations is so high, we can't even make back the profit that we need just to be sustainable after this amount of time.
Even before, yeah.
And the only people who are competing well in this economy are massive multinational corporations, and they're stealing all and sucking all of the money away from our meaningful employment and our teamwork. Like, even when I was a kid, we used to have a lot more small businesses, and small businesses are the lifeblood of a society.
Like a community.
They take care of the street in front of them. They take care of their employees. They sell products that they're knowledgeable about. They sell things that are good. Like, they help you, figure out what's the best path for you. They are pillars in their communities. They used to pay for soccer teams. They used to have a block party, like sponsor different things happening in the community. These corporations don't care about our communities. Look at what's the dirtiest block in the whole city, the block in front of a multinational fast food chain. They don't even clean their windows. It causes blight upon our communities. And then they pay people not enough to survive in the environments that they're living in. I mean, it's not good for our culture. What's good for our culture is meaningful employment.
Yeah, I agree with that. Follow-up question. Do you think that is the nature of the vehicle of capitalism, or do you think that capitalism has just been around for so long that the gunk is collected and now all we see is just like the
I think we're in a late stage.
Because it's late stage capitalism.
Because we're in a hyper late stage and the monopolies have funneled. And that's why we're seeing the world's first trillionaires. They are funneling the resources.
There have been trillionaire 14-year-olds in the Middle East for ages and ages and ages. Like, is
that like royalty?
Yeah, they pull oil out of the ground like so much. Do you know this thing about diamonds with like the scarcity that's like what do you call it? Some word like fabricated. It's like diamonds are not actually scarce.
Yeah. They like fabricated a supply issue.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They've throttled supply to keep the price, and they do it with branding.
Like coffee, tequila, Patron.
It's literally
drink.
There you go. It's like this stuff that isn't genuinely. There's the symbol and the thing it signals to or like points towards, right?
I think housing is another example.
Housing is another massive one. Diamonds, housing. It's the same kind of. Yeah, it's the same kind of thing. It's weird. I forgot what the point was because the iron bill is pushing.
I think the point is there's a lot of nefarious tactics out there. I mean, it is what it
oil.
is.
I remember.
Oil.
Yeah. Trillionaires. Yeah. So oil is the same thing. Like with Aramco and all of this stuff that they turn pumps off and throttle supply. There is so much oil coming out of the ground. It's not like a genuinely we're running out of it kind of resource.
I think we are technically running out of it, though. Aren't we going to reach peak oil by sometime?
I mean, maybe we are. But I think all of these things are like kind of pushed on the average, not consumer, just the average person. I think everything comes down to like this enforced class divide. Like it's an enforced class divide. And yeah, you talk about breaking through. What you're trying to break through into is like freedom. Like it's freedom from the control. Yeah, and there is a class of people controlling the class of people below. I think it doesn't. I think when you're down here, the right thing to do is just love your people and find community and like blah blah blah. When you're up there, the thing that makes sense to do is be good at being up there and like it's
maintain your
maintain your
resources.
position and
Yeah.
your all of that stuff. It's just it makes perfect sense. It makes no sense to be down here and try to do that, and it makes no sense to be up there and try to do the stuff that makes sense down here. And like, yeah, I don't know what the point is, but yeah, trillionaires, they've existed. There's also the shadow economy. Like all of these forecasts and blah blah blah. It's stuff that is there's no human trafficking, drugs, all these huge industries, like billions, trillions potentially,
Yeah.
moving through. Governments are 100% fucking involved. Like, come on, it's like it makes sense. America, the organs, the people, the missing children, all of the. Not to get into conspiracy like
There's
territory,
a lot going
but
on.
yeah,
One thing I will say though, and there have always been very wealthy people. In fact, the industrialists, if you adjust for inflation, their net worth, like Carnegie and Rockefeller, they were richer than anyone.
yeah.
And that was all, a lot of it was oil money and infrastructure money. But there was a big difference, which was that the industrialists were a part of their status was to build cities,
Build industry,
libraries, museums, to be philanthropists. So, I went to college in Pittsburgh. Everything was Carnegie. Carnegie Mellon, Carnegie
yeah,
Library, Carnegie
yeah.
Museum. Andrew Carnegie built Pittsburgh
Yeah.
or funded the building of Pittsburgh. Obviously, construction workers built Pittsburgh. But,
Yeah.
like
But now that doesn't exist, is what you're saying.
that's the thing is like it's pretty unreal that not only is a massive amount of our resources, which we have limited resources, right? There's only a certain amount of money that's like there, right? I mean, I guess that's probably a negligible concept, especially with
The Federal Reserve.
Bitcoin and this kind of thing. But
And
like,
Bitcoin, yes.
there is sort of limited resources. If people are hoarding a ton of it, that's why we've seen that we can no longer keep up with the cost of living because we don't have as much abundance anymore because it's all being sort of funneled into these specific, techno-feudalist kind of situation. But anyway, so they, that you could wake up every day and I'm going to bring this back to like the core point of this whole podcast, that you could wake up every day and not say, oh, you know what? I think I could solve the housing crisis today. I think I could solve the homelessness crisis today. I have the resources to do something that I'm going to pull together a team of the greatest experts on this matter. And we're going to figure out how to do this. And I'm going to be loved for the rest of all human civilization for fixing this problem. The fact that you don't wake up and do that is so fucking weird to me. And this is why I want to work with disadvantaged entrepreneurs specifically, because underrepresented entrepreneurs who have lived experiences
like. They know.
for which these social ills are not just concepts, they are lived realities that they had to deal with the consequences of day after day. Those people have what we call adversity activated development in the refugee
That's like a
sector.
measure. That's like a thing.
That's a
That's
real
like a
thing.
metric. Okay.
Renos Papadopoulos, my professor at University of Essex, Department of Psychosocial and Psychoanalytic Studies, that's his research. This adversity activated development is causing entrepreneurs from more complicated backgrounds to do more and better things with their money. You can see it with people like Oprah, who gave a tremendous amount of her wealth and time and energy to making the world a better, more educated. Dolly Parton's another one. Better, more educated, more interesting place.
Once the adversity fades, what happens? Does that?
I don't think formative experiences ever fade.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you know what it's like to,
You're always gonna
not
remember
be able
type of-
to afford college, then like all these athletes, for example, they go and pay tuition for tons of kids in their home city.
Yeah.
Because they know that's probably why they went into, college football and got that free scholarship, and then now they're
pathway,
NFL.
Yeah. Super interesting. Yeah, beautiful.
Adele, are you on Instagram?
I am, but I probably wouldn't share that. But Wombshine is.
Can I send you some stuff on Wombshine? Some like, I have a guy that I really like. I don't know if you ever.
Please.
No, I can just tell you. I don't have to send you anything.
No, I would love to see it.
The
I
guy
love
from
getting
Predictive History. Have you seen his videos?
Oh, Zhang, Professor Zhang.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love him.
Go on
great.
when you go on Instagram next time. Sorry, I asked to follow you. That was kind of like
No. You can follow me. I just wouldn't.
No,
Yeah,
the people
of course.
follow
Yeah.
us.
So you look for predictive history and like check it out.
It's
the
not
stuff.
for you guys, just for
It's
us.
really amazing.
We'll be
Special.
social
It's
media
really
for it.
amazing. Yeah.
Okay, predictive
Everything you guys are
history.
talking about is amazing. Yeah, I think you.
I think
Europe,
he's.
yeah,
Yeah,
is-
sorry.
Sorry, I just want
Go
to say it's really like you made me. It was really touching, like the way you like express your ideas because and the things you believe in, the things like that are going through your mind. They're really, really like strong views that you have, and like really important. It's really like very comforting to know that there's still people that think like you. You know
There
what I
are
mean?
many of
Not
us,
still,
yeah.
not still, because that's
Despite,
that there are
in
yeah.
spite of the situation.
No, it's just like so. Yeah, exactly.
Monitoring
Because it's really interesting. Yeah.
Thank you.
I think it's great. Yeah, and yeah.
And thank you for sharing. You know,
Time-
that's like really
Time wise,
Thank
how are
you.
we doing? Are you okay to continue? It's 5:30.
You didn't make it
Uh,
fun
I
enough,
gotta-
Dharma.
Probably, I have to finish some stuff
Yeah.
still,
Okay.
which is, do we have any last
I
thoughts
I
to
did
tie
Let's
that
do
up?
a
want to
last.
ask.
Yes.
I think we covered it. Well, we covered a lot of ground, but obviously this is the Mature Student Society. I generally like to. I mentioned this to you outside as well, where I said like I try to ask people to reflect on like othering in some capacity. And you did say the work that you do with like background adversity and all of that stuff, backgrounds. Like you did touch on it, but if you have any like reflections or advice or just anything that you think could be of use to mature students, which is a group of people that like return to education, feel very out of place in the first year, but then a lot of them tend to really find their footing. But I think it's because support networks and these systems and these like within the systems there's like support, and then that helps. And if it's not there, I don't know what I'm asking. What do you think about mature students, basically? And is there anything you can say that would be helpful to a mature student?
Yeah, I mean, I think like that mature students should be encouraged, and I'm encouraging you now. This is me encouraging you to come and take advantage of the resources available, like come to take advantage of entrepreneurship services, because in the big bad world, which mature students tend to know from their experiences before they came back to school or came to school later, there's not that much support. I think for one good, great, amazing thing about London or England in particular is there is quite a lot of entrepreneurship support for underrepresented entrepreneurs, which is pretty amazing. Like I've worked in multiple organizations now that do that, or I was a part of like a Hatch incubator, for example, for underrepresented entrepreneurs, and like that was free. I got a bursary place, and that's really amazing. But here at the university, there is one-to-one support. There is knowledge learning support, and there is funding
as well,
support,
yeah.
like a tremendous amount of funding for people's self-employment dreams and visions. So honestly, like mature students are so well placed because they already have experience. They already know more. They know themselves better. Just like we're always knowing ourselves better and better as we get older. And so I try to see, like you'll see some of the entrepreneurship like visuals and stuff. I try to use a lot of representation now. Like I'll use images of people doing different things, like a guy who's taking a photo, or a woman who's, you know, holding a clipboard and gesturing up or whatever. I try to do representation so that students see themselves in the materials, like see themselves in the offerings. But yeah, just don't be shy. Like I think a lot of people think entrepreneurship is just for AI people or tech guys or business school people. It's not. We're here. Like I said in the beginning of this podcast, 30% of all creative industry people are self-employed, like photographers, DJs,
Freelance, yeah.
like anyone. You're good at baking, like you love to write, whatever it is, like come by to the entrepreneurship offerings, because there ain't no support like on this campus. I've never
Hell
seen
yeah,
it.
yeah,
I've never
preach.
seen
I
it.
love this university,
Yeah.
honestly. It's incredible. So how would
great.
people take advantage
That's
then
great.
of the support? They email the team?
The
they,
funnel is the newsletter.
The newsletter is
Yeah,
the
so
funnel.
if you
Okay.
sign up for the newsletter, then you get every month the write-up of different things that are going on. The next thing coming up is Startup Sussex. You could win up to £5,000
Okay.
for your business. But also there's a whole pre-incubator program attached to it where you put your idea through the design thinking process and sort of get it like really nice and sharp to be launched out into the world. So also like you don't even have to be sure what kind of business you want, but like we said, you're
skills
gonna
and
earlier you said I failed so many times. You know, Thomas Edison says, I have never failed. I have only found 1,000 ways that didn't work.
Yeah,
So it's not gonna work the first time. I'm still holding out that Wombshine works, but I have had a couple of failed things before that, so hopefully this is the time. Wish us luck. Come and buy chocolates.
the markets on the weekends. Go to the markets.
We'll be at Brighton Open Market this Saturday, but also online, obviously.
We'll put the
but
link
yeah.
in the. Yeah, do you like do stuff here at the school ever? Like if you want.
No, I think that's like a conflict of interest. I'm not sure.
Pish posh. Listen, with the
He doesn't
Applesauce.
believe in conflict of interest.
interest, it's all
The
bullshit.
sign
Our
of a
interest
truly
is my
integrated
interest.
person.
There,
How there is a conflict.
What was a conflict? Well, the next mature students event that we do, the last one, the Christmas one, we had like around like more than I think close to 30 people. The last the society has like 150 something in the like thingamajiggy. The school run events, the last one had about 40 people in attendance at a school run
wow.
event during
That's
Christmas.
amazing.
Yeah, a lot of people. So if at the next
You
one,
guys are doing well.
we have an amazing team. It's like literally great people.
I can see that.
Doing great stuff. Yeah.
That's amazing.
At the next one, come have a little stand with your chocolates if you want. You can talk it up and like do stuff. We can do
I
it.
want to
Yeah.
eat too. So
And then we
my
can do our
food.
festival.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're gonna do the festival.
We'll symbiotically
Let's do it.
symbiosis do that. Thank you so much for coming in today, Adele. I really, really appreciate
Thank you
it.
so much for having me.
Yeah.
Thank you,
I
Adele.
really appreciate
Please
it.
come back.
It was super fun.
Bring whoever.
Was
you
it fun?
want.
Tell the people how fun and great we are and how great it was and how amazing we are
I
as
don't
people.
think we were that great. We didn't get a tea. I'm still upset about that.
No, that was my choice. I
He
was
had
like,
to go and
we
get it
shouldn't
for
go.
you.
I have £2.70 in my account. I went up by 10 cents, see, and it's my what do you call it? I don't know.
Bro, you had my
I'm
card.
Super good.
You what?
I'm super golden on the tea, and we just had a great conversation.
That's
I think
such a good
that was.
Can we
very-
buy one right now for you, like to go? You can
I'm
go.
going
You
back.
sure?
Going to work,
I
eh?
can get one at we get free tea. That's one of the things we get.
Would you like a crispy Chinese cigarette?
No, it makes me like dizzy and stuff.
I don't smoke, by the way. You shouldn't smoke. I'm on Zins. I'm only having this because Evan is my friend and he gave it to me.
I
don't
smoked
buy
for
it.
a while. Are we finishing?
It's kind of back. It
Whoa.
seems like
Smoking.
smoking is like kind of low key back. It was like
'cause
totally
for a
uncool
while,
for
yeah.
a long time, and then I think like the whole brat situation like
Was
really
that what it
Oh,
brought
yeah.
was?
The
Surely
the trends
cocaine
do
would be the thing,
fluctuate, isn't
not
it?
cigarettes. If it's Charlie
Cocaine.
XCX, because she's like
I
the
think
very.
people are kind of over like vaping.
I
well.
hate
Yeah,
vaping. It's
yeah,
horrible.
Yeah, people vaping.
People thought it would be like the cool shit, but it's like because it's all techie and oh look at my vape, but it's like. Ugh,
But
I
they
hate it.
say like the vaping is like the capitalist version because like a cigarette has like an ending to it, so it's like a proper like break, like time frame. You go outside, you focus on the time, and then it's
That's
over.
interesting.
Whereas vaping is like a never-ending like doom scroll spiral
that's
of just like
very
vaping.
I know there's a girl who she's on the art society and she was a smoker and then she
Who's that?
I saw her with
What's her name?
don't worry about it and she had like a vape and I was like that's horrible branding and she was like I know it's terrible branding so people are aware That's
I
like,
mean, I think humans have their vices and it is what it is. But if you do want to quit anything that you're doing, whether it's a behavior, substance, or whatever it is, I'm telling you, go see Harold at the London School of Hypnosis.
oh,
He is
Lord.
Sri Lankan,
He's Sri
like you.
Lankan. Yeah.
I'm gonna
He
go there.
is
You
a
know when
ledge.
Her name
I
is
tried to
Asha,
get
sorry,
hypnotized.
so,
Huh?
yeah.
That's
Her name is
fine.
Asha.
I knew
Yes.
it. I tried to get hypnotized, but it didn't work.
I
Do you
think-
have any?
Yeah. Maybe it's just Harold is really good. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm gonna go see Harold London
Or maybe
Hypno.
What's his last name, Harold?
that's a really good question.
It's probably some long, like mine is Senavaratna.
So it's only
yes,
Harold.
he has like a
Harold.
long,
Yeah, it's a
long
Sri
name
Lankan
like
thing.
that. Wait, let me give you the
Is it
name.
Kumara Tunga?
Oh my god.
Is it
I
Vijay
don't-
Is it
Ratna.
this one? Hypnotherapylondon.com.
No,
Okay. There's
Sri
loads of.
Lanka.
his name.
There's loads of
Sacred Hypnosis. That's his business. Sacred Hypnosis, and his full name.
And you know what's
is-
crazy?
it
That
just says
I
Harold.
actually did with a doctor, with a psychiatrist. He hypnotized me, yeah, and I didn't feel.
But did you really want to end what you were doing?
What does that mean? No, I wasn't for an addiction. It was for like depression and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you really
You know
want
what
to
I think?
end depression?
I wanted to end my depression. Yeah.
You know what I think happened? I'm sorry about your depression, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
Is it over now?
No, not really.
That
But
makes
like
sense.
you know,
Oh, sorry to
it's
make
it's
light
like
of
a
it then. That's my
chronic.
bad.
It's like a chronic illness. I think not for everyone, but in my case, definitely is. Yeah.
I think like all the smartest people that I know are depression prone.
I'm really smart. I'm not depressed anymore.
We've just somehow skirted off without the depression. We probably have other comorbidities with our intelligence.
Lord, yeah. Issues.
But-
I think you're a little bit depressed.
Definitely not. I'm a very happy person.
But do you tend towards
I'm
like anger?
happy.
Do you get
not
like
anymore.
frustrated?
I my natural inclination is to get very frustrated,
That's
but
the
now
thing.
I have a handle on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that frustration is covering up the sadness. Sorry, we're getting
She
deep.
got
now.
you,
Whoa.
bro.
You got my
got you.
ass. Got my ass, Adele. Yeah. Sure.
But
Yeah.
no, like I think the hypnosis that Harold does was parts therapy, and I also do the internal family systems, like the parts therapy on my own. So I think that maybe
What is internal family system? It's like
it's really cool.
It's like we have a thing in Brazil. It's called Stellar, maybe Stellar family, where you like talk to your family members. Like, is it that? No, I'm asking. How is
No, like, so external family systems is like the name for like most of the therapy that we kind of take for granted to be the way that people do therapy, which is sort of thinking about the family structure and the external structure on the outside of the individual and how that affects them.
Oh,
like
okay.
from everything from genetics to like their socioeconomic status or the trauma and abuse or whatever it was, the attachments. All of that is like family systems, but then internal family systems is like the clusters of characters, the parts that are inside of you. So you know how sometimes you'll be like
it's like in your
beating
internal
yourself
mom,
up. That's like your disciplinarian.
yeah.
Or like if you're scared of something, that'll be like a childish figure. Or maybe you have like the depressed one, and then maybe you also have an optimist, and there's
Like your
a
different
tension
parts.
there. Yes. And there's a book called No Bad Parts by the founder of IFS. His name's like Joseph Broadwork or Bald, I forget exactly. But it's called No Bad Parts, and you do these meditations, and it's so freaking crazy. Like you meet these clusters of parts that are working together inside of you. It's kind of like multiple personality disorder, but like low key,
Do you think
non-pathological level.
Do you think everything is down to framing? Because that sounds like framing, kind of framing in a way that you can like hold the pieces and like move.
Like
move
maybe
shit
it's our brain just like coming up with characters that allow us to comprehend.
Because once you
the
identified it, then you
energetic
can-
forces.
yeah,
you know,
type shit.
but they are humanoid characters. Like literally, I have met like people inside of me who are named like Tiffany, like. And like they have a whole vibe. Like there's this Amelia Earhart character who's like her name is Maria, and she's kind of like a no shit taken kind of like bit of a runner. And then there's this kind of like old hardcore, like ex-hardcore guy like wearing like a black band T-shirt who's kind of like a gentle giant whose name is Martin, and he's like real sensitive, but he like acts like a dick.
How do you classify these people? Like
They come out like when you do these meditations, you like meet these clusters that are working together. This particular cluster was working to like protect a trap door. And then, so this was all really important work for the hypnosis, because then when I was getting hypnotized by Harold, he was like, you see a door and then you go through the door. And the door that I saw in my hypnosis was the door that I had already seen doing parts therapy that this cluster of characters were taking care of. If that makes sense. Sorry, we're getting really into like IFS, but it's really interesting.
Have you seen this this quantum theory about like the multiple realities thing,
Like
where like
parallel
you're
universes?
existing different dimensions, and then there's multiple view and stuff like that.
Like
Do you
string, is that
believe in
string
that?
theory? No.
I don't know if it's string
No,
theory.
string
Is it like a
theory is like-
multi-dimensional quantum
I
theory?
believe it.
Do you believe it?
Have
Do
you
su-
ever read The Midnight Library?
No.
Oh my God, that is like required reading.
Okay.
by Matt Haig. He's
I
from
have
here,
so
Brighton.
much homework now.
He's
Yeah.
a Brighton.
It's the easiest homework. It's like reading a movie. It's so easy to. Yeah, he's based in Brighton, Matt Haig, or he was based in Brighton at least. And it's like about this woman who goes to this library, and all the books in the library are the different choices she could have made. But it's really important as you're getting older, because when you think about, like, as I'm getting older, I have more and more like sort of, I think about like, what if I had done this, or what if I had done that, and now it's too late. And then every time I start spiraling, I just read the Midnight Library again, because it's like, you never know the choices that you made. Like, you were dodging a bullet, or you were protecting somebody else in your life that matters to you, or whatever it was. Like,
And also that you're part of like, you're you, but you're also part of like this whole thing.
System.
System,
like,
yeah.
internal-
Or like we are, you know what I mean? You're just living this experience right now, but in
Yeah.
the next life or before, you're gonna. Or
I think
in
it's
another
archetypes
dimension.
and memes and stuff like memes like cultural transmission. Like
I love
units.
memes.
Yeah. What's your favorite? 6. I fucking love that shit.
Yeah,
I'll be doing that all the time. I'm on TikTok, you know.
Share a lot of womb memes
Womb
on
memes.
Wombshine.
Really?
TikTok. I'm not on TikTok. I don't have time for that TikTok. My time.
I don't
drained.
use
no,
TikTok.
thank you.
I make TikToks. I don't.
Whoa,
Yeah. They're
that's cool.
great. They're funny. They're really, really funny. What's your favorite womb meme? The last thing we're gonna talk about before we shoot off. That was great. I like that little tangent. That's like the interesting stuff, because you talked about it's called IFS
Yeah.
because you find it interesting. I tend to find that when people are like wrapping up the podcast, the thing that they find the most interesting like just comes out, and
Yeah.
we start talking about it as we're like exiting, and we're like,
Yeah,
we
yeah.
should have fucking
We're
talked
like,
about this
one more thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find you a womb
Show us the favorite one. Well, I agree with this personality thing, because when I was doing journaling, there was like a period before. I used to be like an unhappy person, and then I figured out slowly how to not be that. And journaling was
Wow.
like a big part of that. And
Journaling is so good.
like actual journaling, not like, oh, today I went to the hat store and bought myself a hat, like Childish Gambino was talking about. Yeah. Like really breaking down who you are, being fully honest with yourself, you're fucking doing all this shit. And there was like a period, there was a period and personhood that I was in that I named Nahum, and then there was Ishmael, and then there was like, I treated it as like psychic programming, kind of like rewriting the program of your psyche. And you can align yourself with archetypes. Like there's the archetype of the mother. There's the archetype of light. There's the archetype of these things
You
that
know-
with what?
No, go for it.
Like
Sorry.
without,
ADHD.
no, go, it's, if it was like something to do with what I'm saying, then
Yeah,
go for
it
it.
is to do. It is
Go for
to
it, go
do.
for it, go
no,
for it.
no, no. I was gonna say that like the thing when I was around your age, I had an acid, you know, and the first one I took in my life, and actually when I was really worried about, I was like, oh my god, I'm such a depressed person. What's gonna happen? Because you know, you have when you use a drug, you think like I'm gonna get more deep into whatever state I am right now. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. So I was really worried, but when I got there on the trip, I was actually a really happy person.
Hell yeah.
You know what I mean? But
I've
that
never
was
done
really hard when I
acid,
came
or
back
shit.
because it was like, who am I? You know what I mean? It was like this conflict. So like
Those experiences like constitute you though afterwards, right? Like they're formative, so
Yeah.
they become a part of you.
no, just to say that I think there's everything in everyone. I think this is what I'm trying to say. Like there's the
yeah.
depressed, the sad, the happy.
Yeah, the potential for all of
Exactly.
it.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
And that the premise of this book, No Bad Parts, is that even the most horrible ones, like inside of you, who are sabotaging you, are not bad. They're just trying to protect you. Like you said,
Yeah.
don't assume malice.
100%.
Yeah.
As above, so below. You gotta have it's like both. The tree is not just the tree shape. It's like a mirror image on the other side. That's the whole tree unit, but we assume just that part.
This is coming from the person who has never done acid.
I've never done
Okay.
acid. I've like
You
I used to
never
smoke
done
a lot of
acid?
No,
let's
no.
Let's
I
wrap
think he's
this
lying.
up because I gotta.
Yeah.
I gotta
Have
go before
Just
we get
weed
into this
and
conversation.
cocaine and fucking just cigarettes and stuff.
Crack.
No, I haven't done crack. I used to live with a heroin dealer.
That's really weird, Dharma, that you haven't done like acid. That's
I
really
know.
weird.
Everyone
I
assumes
think,
that I should.
yeah, your name is Dharma. Like, what
It's
the
crazy.
fuck?
Is that your real name?
It's my legal name. It's like there's the
What is
Sanskrit.
your legal name? Is your real name?
It's my legal name. Yeah, it's my name on my. I was born with that. That's my. I don't know. Fucking. That's my name. Yeah, that's my name. It's the name that's on my passport. That's the
That was really cool, you guys.
Did you
Adele,
enjoy
thank
it?
you so much.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved it. Thank you.
Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
That was a very
That was really
enlightening
fun.
conversation. I really liked it. You're a smart person.
Oh, thanks.
Good.
I feel like we could have kept going on and on, but unfortunately, I
Yeah.
have this.
I told
really
people
hard-
I was
You know
gonna do
what?
something at
Next
5.
time we're gonna pay you for your time so you can come and you have to stay for.
We're
as
not
long
gonna
as
pay her for it.
want.
We don't have the
I
money.
will
to
get
pay
the
her for her
funding.
time.
I was paid during this time.
Oh
We'll
yeah,
pay
thank
you
you.
more.
I'm
so you
being
can-
paid from the University
Oh,
of Sussex
you're
right
on the
now.
clock, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. The
Yeah.
student-
Yeah, we're good.
Yeah.
Okay, give me